Okay, everybody, I am live. Can you all hear me? Hey there, Dragon Rider. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can hear me. All right, sounds good. All right, how's everybody's week been? Mine got a little hectic towards the end there, which is why I got a little delayed in doing both this stream and another video I wanted to do. Yeah, thank you. I like my Giants Man Cave banner. I'm kind of proud of it. One of my more hilarious, shameful purchases. Sorry, I'm just making something real quick before we get started. Too much shit going on. Just way too much shit going on this week. Oh, my latest Amazon package is waiting for me downstairs. How nice. I'll have to go get that. I think you can get a Jets version of that banner. I'm pretty sure, like, I forget. I don't remember what site I ordered it off of, but I'm pretty sure they've got one for every team. So I'm sure if you type in, like, Jets Man Cave into Google, you could probably find it. Have you heard what Jerry Lawler said on his podcast about WWE critics? No. What did Jerry Lawler have to say about WWE critics? What were his great words of wisdom? Basically, he said the only people who complain about WWE are people who have nothing better to do than sit on social media and complain. Well, I mean, I guess you could say that I'm a person that complains about WWE. I literally have not watched any WWE programming since Backlash because the show was that bad. So I haven't watched the show at all, except for sorry, my TV's acting up now. There we go. That's what I like to see. Okay. We are Pro Wrestling. Hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Black screen. Can you see me now? Can you not see me now? Can you hear me? Screen got cut off. Yeah, I don't know where I got cut off, but basically I said, Jerry Lawler working on stuff for my newest videos. Yeah, I am too, man. I've got some I had a video I had planned towards the end of the week that kind of got sidelined because of a bunch of other shit that came up. Basically, what happened was I had a major work project that got dumped on my lap, and I had to spend basically all of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and a little bit of Saturday trying to fix it and get it done. And which is fine because they paid me for my time, so I'm not going to complain. But that took up a lot of my time. And I also found another mouse in the apartment. So I literally, okay, here's the story. Wednesday night, I got up to go pee in the middle of the night. It was like 1 a.m. And a fucking mouse comes out of, like, you know where the toilet connects to the wall? Like, a mouse came out of that fucking, like, connector thing because there's a gap there. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And little fucker ran into the kitchen. He's dead now because, you know, I basically turned my apartment into a mouse minefield. But it's, yeah, I'm just getting fucking sick and tired of seeing mice in my apartment. It's just driving me crazy. So I basically put in a bunch of complaints to the leasing office. It's like, guys, seriously, you have a mouse problem because I'm on the 8th goddamn floor and my apartment is squeaky clean and I'm still seeing mice. So I can't imagine what it's like on the lower floors. So, yeah. It's so basically that kept me from making the last video I wanted to do, which was top 10 heel turns in WWE history. So you're probably going to get that next week, most likely. And that will also include the top 10 matches from the month of May, which will be a very weak list, admittedly, because I didn't watch much wrestling in May, but I'll do the best I can. Hello there, Peltzer. Welcome to the stream. Lawler said something close to, not everybody complains. It's a small vocal minority who probably have nothing better to do than sit on social media. Okay, sure, Jerry. Sure thing, Jerry. I'm sure that was the case when WCW was sucking too. It was like all those internet marks. They were just they were just looking to complain. You should get a pet cat named Tom. Funnily enough, okay, when I saw the mouse that night, I literally, because I wanted to steer him towards the traps, which are mostly in the kitchen, so I basically chased him around my apartment with a barbell. Let me show you. Basically, I chased him around the apartment swinging this at him because I was trying to get him to go into the kitchen where all the traps are. And while trying to do that, I tripped and fell. So it looked like something out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon, I'm sure. Lawler also threw in all the line about WWE making all the money. It's like, yeah, you know, when you have the monopoly and you're the most recognized wrestling brand in the world, it's, yeah. It's like, oh, WWE makes more money than Ring of Honor. No shit. No shit they make more money than Ring of Honor. It's like, that doesn't make your product better. It really doesn't. WCW fans back on CompuServe back in the 90s complaining. Early, mid-90s. Yep. Absolutely. It's just, you know, they are so bad at dealing with criticism. It's really amazing to me. Like Road Dogg, when you see some of his reactions, it's just like, guys, yeah, maybe you should be listening to some of these people because your show's kind of garbage. I mean, you're literally at a point where you have AJ Styles on your show, and I love AJ Styles. I do not feel compelled to watch. You have Daniel Bryan back in the ring. I do not feel compelled to watch. It's just, you just don't have anything compelling going on right now, and I just don't care. Most compelling thing they have is Ronda Rousey, and they're hot-shotting her to the title match already. So, you know, we'll see what happens at the pay-per-view. Did you see the leaked Raw script? No, I didn't. I can only imagine what the actual script looks like. Okay, what time is it? Okay. All right, we're going to get started with Clash of the Champions in a few minutes. Okay. The most shocking thing about the leaked script is how promos are scripted. Literally every single detail you can think of are scripted out for them. From camera work to people's facial expressions to how they even pronounce words is scripted for the wrestlers. Wow. That's that seems a bit much. I mean, I've seen scripts that are very detailed for like movies and television shows, but like You know, they're probably scripted like that because they're not dealing with actors, and that's the problem. It's like they want to script everything word for friggin' word, but these guys aren't trained actors, so they're being asked to do something that they're not comfortable with. Going to be recording my newest video sometime this week, up by the end of the week or weekend. Good. Can't wait to see it. What's it going to be about? Is it going to relate to Money in the Bank? Because we're getting close to that. We're actually talking about wrestling current events. We're actually almost through the end of the Best of the Super Juniors. I believe the finals is happening tomorrow morning, I believe. So I've actually been trying to get caught up on that tournament and watch little pieces of it. So just so I'd have something to put into just so I can fill out a May 2018 top 10 match list. NXT handles just about everything better. That's why I'm amazed that main roster WWE is as bad as it is. It's like, guys, your developmental show is doing better than you. It's just they're putting on better shows. They just are. Like the segment on last week's NXT with Ricochet doing the flip dive to land right in front of Velveteen Dream. It was a cool visual. It was different from what we normally see from those type of segments. It stood out. It was memorable. Got both characters over. It was a really well-done segment. Return from the Vault, summer of 1998 in WWF. Ooh, that'll be a good one because that was an interesting time for them. A lot of great like main angles and a lot of like Russo shit too, because I believe the Brawl for All was going on at that time too. James Jackson, welcome to the stream. Garbage PBBs make me not want to watch anymore. What did you think of the women's title match on NXT and the post match? I thought it was well handled. It was went about as well as it possibly could. It put more heat on Shayna Baszler than set up Nikki Cross as her next challenger. So I was cool with it. Pretty well done. I like Nikki Cross a lot, and I think Shayna Baszler is really coming to her own. It's like the top heel of the promotion, somebody that you want to see get toppled. So I think they can get some mileage out of that. Okay. Do you enjoy noir settings in movies and television? Yes, I do. I love noir settings. I love that shit. It's great. Anytime you do something that's kind of a noir style setting, I'm immediately going to be interested. It's one of the reasons I was super disappointed in Archer Dreamland because I thought it was going to be great and it was so like mediocre. Like, oh man, but I love the setting. You should book WWE shows. I mean, pay-per-views. You mean like when you say that? Do you mean I should actually book them? I should actually be booking them myself, or I should like do live streams of WWE pay-per-views? Because I don't know. Would you guys really want to see me in misery during a 4-hour WWE pay-per-view? Because I'm like, now that they're going to be longer, I feel less compelled to watch them. Okay. Alrighty, guys. We're going to get started with Clash of Champions. If you're going to follow along with me on the network, just pull it up. I'll give you a few minutes. We're going to go to Vault, Clash of the Champions, and then the year will be 1990. 1990. I was going to say something else at the end there. It was like, nope, just 1990. You should book all shows. I'm not that smart. I mean, I'm really not. Personally, as a booker, like if I were ever a booker, I can tell you what I would do. I'm not the most creative person in the world, but I would just do rip-offs of stuff that would work. I would try to instill like basic wrestling 101 logic into everything and kind of let the wrestlers develop their own individual personalities and kind of let that gear, give them some level of independence that lets them gear the build-ups and the stories. You should be the head coach of the New York Giants. No, don't want that job. You want to talk about a thankless job. The New York media, they'll rip you to shreds. Granted, Ben McAdoo deserved to be ripped to shreds, but I mean, we had Tom Coughlin win us 2 Super Bowls, and there were still people clamoring for him to get fired. So it is what it is. New York's a tough crowd, man. Okay, I've got it pulled up. If you're following along on the network, should be on Clash of Champions 1990, and we will be going to Clash of the Champions 13, Tuesday, November 20th, 1990. Is everybody there? Well, I mean, what I write, it couldn't be any worse. I mean, I honestly, when it gets to a point where I honestly feel like I could do worse, or at the very least not do any, I can do better just by simply being less bad. I mean, that's kind of sad. Okay, Clash of the Champions 13. Clash of the Champions 13, Thanksgiving Thunder features Ric Flair against Butch Reed and the Black Scorpion playing mind games with Sting. Oh, dear Lord almighty. The Black Scorpion still going. Okay, we're going to count down in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, sorry. I keep forgetting that second menu pops up. Okay, screw that. New countdown. Yes, this is where the name for Thunder came from, I'm assuming. All right, Clash of the Champions 13. We're counting down in 3, 2, 1. The show that WCW was forced to do. Yes, that's what Thunder was. And really like a big sign of the oversaturation of the brand that ultimately led to their demise. I mean, there are a few other problems with it, and that's what WWE's doing right now. They're doing everything that WCW was doing. And it's like, but they get away with it because they don't have a WCW breathing down their neck. So it's like they can literally do whatever they want. And it's infuriating. Why is the WCW logo on the stage crooked? For those of you watching on the network, does it look crooked to anybody else? Jim Ross and Paul E. Dangerously on commentary. I approve.
And his 65-foot yacht. But think about this. If the Horsemen win, they not only get a shot at Starcade, but Teddy Long has to be Ric Flair's chauffeur for a day. Plus, ladies and gentlemen, the Motor City Man will be taking on Lex Luger. And let me just say this. If you're a fan of Lex Luger, dial 1-900-909-9900 and you can talk to the Total Package Live for the last time. He's on the hotline.
The only difference is WWE isn't ran by a media conglomerate. WCW being owned by Turner hurt them more than anything. Yeah, it was run by people who don't understand wrestling. God, that's going to bother me. That WCW, my OCD is going crazy because like, why is the logo crooked? Did they do that on purpose? The Freebirds! I don't object to hearing that theme song. I really don't. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Mr. Paul E. Dangerously, and he is the color commentator for this Clash of Champions.
Of all time, the fabulous Freebirds.
Street, Atlanta, GA. Bad street in the whole USA. Clash of the Champions with only one title match. Hey, as long as they got one, it's technically a Clash of the Champions. Oh, we got a rematch from Clash of the Champions 12. We got Southern Boys versus the Fabulous Freebirds.
Just direct y'all's attention to the mere fact that the Southern Boys are giantless. Well,
how would you book Freebirds versus Shield, build and match? I would have Freebirds be like the sneaky heels that sneak attack and run away, and the Shield are like gonna rip them to shreds. And basically, okay, Shields are the faces, Freebirds are the heels, and you want to see the Shield rip them to shreds. And then eventually it builds to like a Hell in a Cell match or a cage match or something akin to that. All the members are locked inside a cage, maybe War Games even, and let the Shield just rip them to shreds. And yes, my match would have color. Because big matches like that should have color.
That since the Freebirds claim responsibility for El Gigante's absence, this will not, I repeat, not be a 3-on-2, and beautiful Bobby Eaton must go back to the dressing room. What? Why? That's a good call. Why make it 3 or 4-on-2? That's good.
Oh, we got spare. Okay, so a couple things here. It was supposed to be a 6-man tag with El Gigante teaming with the Southern Boys. But the Freebirds injured El Gigante, and now the referees decided that beautiful Bobby Eaton, who's a member of the Freebirds at this point, will have to go back to the locker room to keep it 2-on-2. God, no more Midnight Express. They were really good on these clashes.
But I wanted to see beautiful Bobby wrestle. Collar and elbow tie, Jimmy Jam Garvin. Starting off with Tracy.
Also, according to the leaked WWE script, Tyson Kidd helped produce the Rollins-Miz match at Backlash. Well, he should be producing more matches then, because that was not only the best match on that show, it was probably the only good match on that show. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get some water. Southern Boys in control. And Road Dogg was not responsible for the AJ Nakamura match. Who was? who do I blame for that?
I say he's a gopher. I say he's here to involve himself. That's why he's here. Not for moral support, because he doesn't have it. If somebody was going to get involved, don't you think they'd keep beautiful Bobby at ringside? He's an accomplished athlete. Michael Hayes now working on Tracy Smothers. Garvin and Hayes double teaming. Referee Mike Atkins. Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, flying crossbody. Takes both members down.
Crossbody off the top rope. And the Clash of Champions getting off to a tremendous start here on TBS. And like true Southerners, the Southern Boys do nothing but double team an accomplished team, the former World Tag Team.
WWE did a Table for 4 episode with Edge and Christian and the Hardys. It was really good. Yeah, I have not watched Table for 3 in a long time. I should probably get caught up on that because I hear like a lot of those episodes are really good. The last one I watched, it was Bischoff, Cornette, and I forget who the third one was. I think it was Michael Hayes. Arm drag. Body slam. Another body slam. Tracy Smothers with a double clothesline. They're both down. You know, I often hear that the WCW version of the Fabulous Freebirds sucked. And yeah, they weren't as good as what they were when they were feuding with the Von Erichs, but they were good. They were fine. They got the job done. Oh, nice shot by Michael Hayes. There's a dude in the front row wearing a Hulk Hogan t-shirt. Prophetic.
And now you're going to see where the Freebirds are at their most dangerous. When they have a man down, when they have a man weakened. That's how they hurt Robert.
Do you ever do retakes of your videos? Not regularly, but I have. I have in the past where I felt like, yeah, that wasn't too good. Let me redo that. Or one case, I filmed a video and my microphone was turned off and I didn't realize it. So when I went back and listened to the video, you couldn't hear any audio because no audio recorded. Garvin almost pinned. Nope.
Beautiful.
Clothesline.
Beautiful clothesline by Jimmy Jam Garvin. See, that's what the Freebirds are all about. You can get them down, but they come right back at you. Garvin skipping at Tracy Smothers. And now Jimmy Jam Garvin.
Jimmy Jam. Should have marketed his own jam. He'd have been a millionaire. Jimmy Garvin gonna get slammed off the top, Ric Flair style. Tracy, get the tag. Got it. That was a cold, hot tag. Oh, the ref didn't see it anyway, so. I'm pretty sure that tag happened right in front of the referee. He's climbing to the top rope anyway. Double clothesline. Good question, Paul. We're not supposed to know. Also, supposedly Bobby Roode isn't being pushed because Vince didn't like the first few reactions on SD when he was first called up. Why the fuck is he a babyface? Whoa, nice dive there by Armstrong. DDT, Michael Hayes. 1, 2, 3. Freebirds win it. It's nice to see a DDT be the finish. Although, in my mind, that will always be Jake Roberts' move. Who would win, Beer Money or AMW? Whichever one James Storm decided to side with.
He trips Smithers right there. He stumbles right into the DDT. Oh, please, he's just clumsy. You can't give the Freebirds enough credit. The DDT by Michael P.S.A. Our colleague Tony Schiavone is standing by. Tony has started off with a lot of fire. Up to you. Okay, Jim Ross.
Rude is nothing but a meme, and that meme died in NXT. Feels like it. It feels like it. It's one of those weird things where it's like they got the catchphrase over and that's all they had to do. It's like, all right, we're good, guys. Which is a shame because I thought he did some, he did some great stuff in NXT. I loved his work with Ty Dillinger. I loved his work with Nakamura. I thought he did some good stuff, but no. Here comes the Stinger. The kids love him.
You are prepared for tonight. Face to face with Lex Luger. Tony Schiavone, we're talking face to face, just like you and me. Stinger against the Black Scorpion. Party once and for all. We get set up just the way we want to be. And that is on the Danger Zone right here.
You would love the table for three with Sting, Ric Flair, and Ricky Steamboat. Oh God, that's basically like you talk about Mount Rushmores. That's basically close to the Mount Rushmore of that late 80s NWA period. What's the oldest movie you own? Oh, it's the Black Scorpion.
The people have waited for you, but I know you have been waiting for me.
Apparently, the voice of the Black Scorpion, Jim Paul. I know everybody can hear the Stinger once again.
To answer your question, oldest movie I own, probably Nosferatu from 1922. Oh my God. Black magic. The Black Scorpion is black magic. Black Scorpion, a murder mystery with a body but no killer. Yeah, that's about right. Do you have a favorite video, favorite or least favorite video you've ever done? I'd have to go back and look at some of my stuff, but I'm sure some of my earlier stuff is terrible, but
Introducing first from Jacksonville, Florida, weighing 200.
Black Magic is a good Slayer song. Agreed. Buddy Landell. Okay, why would they have Nature Boy Buddy Landell and Nature Boy Ric Flair? Why would they have two Nature Boys on the roster at the same time?
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent.
A precursor to Who Ran Down Stone Cold. I ran over Stone. That crooked logo is just bugging the shit out of me. Oh, we got Flying Brian. What are my pet peeves in life? Fucking mice. I hate them. I wish they would all just die. I hate rats even more. A huge pet peeve of mine, like in my everyday life, is my time management is very important to me. So I hate being late to shit. And I hate my time being fucked with. I mean, you want to piss me off, make me late to something. That will piss me off. I did it for the people. I did it for The Rock. I actually like that angle, and I like that heel turn. I feel like they could have done more with Rikishi there, but they pretty much just fed him to Stone Cold, and that was the end of it. It was like, okay. See, weirdly enough, I'm not as much of a grammar Nazi as you would. I'm not as much of one as I probably should be, because I'm not exactly the best at using grammar myself, but like time management, man, that's okay. Backslide by Flying Brian. Clothesline. Another clothesline. Landell goes flying. Jumping flying clothesline by Brian. Yeah, he should have been disqualified because that was a dumb rule they had where if you knock somebody out of the ring, if you throw him over the top rope, you'd get disqualified. I don't get it. It's a dumb rule. It's one of those things. It's such a stupid rule. I think like some referees just forgot about it. Did you like the match that Austin and Rikishi had at No Mercy? I thought it was a nice preview to a bigger match down the road, but that bigger match never really happened. They just had a steel cage match on Raw where Austin annihilated him, and that was it. Ooh, dropped him on the steel guardrail. Ooh! Flying Brian with them chops.
See, to me, this is a great matchup because everybody knows that the Nature Boy Buddy Landell has patterned himself after Nature Boy Ric Flair. He's idolized Ric Flair for years and years, and of course, Pillman, the only wrestler on record to ever be trained by the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Found out on Something to Wrestle that there was no plan on who the person was that was going to run down Stone Cold. That doesn't surprise me because it felt like something that they just cooked up on the fly. To write Austin off TV, and they just would figure it out later when Austin got back. Are you going to watch CM Punk's next UFC fight this Saturday? I guess I could watch it, but it'll probably only last a couple minutes, including entrances. Flying Brian jumping all over the place.
Just getting underway. And Landell is smart. He
got Flying Brian. He was really something special. It's just a shame that. I mean, again, you have the Flying Brian of 1990 and 1991, with the promo skills of Brian Pillman in 96 and 97. You'd have like a main eventer. But yep, abdominal stretch by Landell. Would Flying Brian work today? Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, they'd probably, book him into oblivion and ruin him, but yeah, a guy's talented as that, he'd work in today's climate.
I wonder if Flair is ashamed of the fact that Flying Brian was his brother.
Oh.
Fighting back, but Landell meets him with a knee right to the midsection. Again, Pillman Landell has the advantage.
Flying Brian with a crossbody, but Landell caught him. Backbreaker.
Catching Pillman, got him in a backbreaker. Trying to make him submit here. Now going for the
Flying Brian in ROH would be interesting. Yeah. He'd be working with guys more athletic than him. It'd be really weird. Like in WCW early 90s, he was like the most athletic guy on the roster. Like nowadays, like there were guys like way more athletic than him. Ooh. Suplex. Oh, he's going to go for a superplex.
Of course he is. Buddy Landell has been perfecting this move in recent weeks. Pillman trying to find out a superplex and does. Turn around, buddy. Pillman.
Flying crossbody. 1, 2, 3. Brian Pillman wins it. That was short but sweet. Very basic, but short but sweet. He could wrestle Jushin Thunder Liger again in ROH. God damn, yeah, Liger's still working.
Cincinnati's last great hero, Flying Brian Pillman, showing that just like his mentor, Nature Boy Ric Flair, he can cheat with the best of them.
All right, have you ever seen the Pillman Flair match from February 1990? I have, a long time ago. I remember really liking it. I remember thinking it was a very good match. Talk to Lex Luger live. Have you heard that Big Show was signed to a new 3-year contract? I hadn't heard that. Starrcade 1990 Collision Course.
Facing a masked menace from his past. Can he unmask? Can he conquer the Black Scorpion? Plus, the first ever tag team championship of the universe. An explosive invasion of top tag teams from around the cosmos. The battle continues as Lex Luger and Stan Hansen go head-to-head for the U.S. heavyweight title.
I actually like that feud, Stan Hansen and Luger. That was set up fairly well at the last show. Last Clash of Champions we watched. Collision Course. Card subject to change. Talk to Lex Luger live and listen to him complain about his shirts being too tight. I don't know! Stan Hansen versus Suzuki. That would be an interesting one for sure. Big Cat.
And fans of the Big Cat makes his way to the ring. Here are some comments he had earlier today. That's right, gang. I was here for one reason only. I done beat everybody up already. Luger, you're a main course of the meal, baby. And you guarantee the Big Cat. Coming next. He certainly has made his intentions fully known. We've heard that. He's got a total disdain for Lex Luger. Now back to Gary.
Apparently everyone hates Lex Luger. I wonder why that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Marietta, Georgia. He weighs 234 pounds.
Brad Armstrong. Okay, I just looked it up because Big Cat looked familiar. Mil Mascaras versus Suzuki. Oh, that would be great because Suzuki would beat the shit out of him. Like, the minute Mil Mascaras started no-selling for him, Suzuki would be like, no, we ain't playing like that, fuckface. But I just looked it up. Big Cat is actually Curtis Hughes. Mr. Hughes? Yeah. I didn't recognize. He looks, like, thicker here than he did. Maybe it's because it's Mr. Hughes. I was used to seeing him in a suit.
He has beaten everyone in his path thus far. 6'3.5", 320.
I remember when Mr. Hughes was a thing that they tried to push.
Matt Wrestling and trying to negate the strength because this is one of the strongest men. Speaking of the Big Cat in the sport.
The guy that was with Jericho for like 2 weeks. Yep, that guy, same guy.
Exactly how far a football player can go in World Championship Wrestling.
Ooh, big shove down on Armstrong. I'm big. Look how big I am. Blah, 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 blah. He's also narcoleptic, apparently. Which that you would think that would be a bad trait to have if you're a professional wrestler. Like, I'd hate to fall asleep right in the middle of a body slam or something.
I like this pick.
No, you didn't miss anything.
Candyman Brad Armstrong and Halloween Havoc pulled a big upset over JW Storm. I'll give you odds he doesn't do that against the Big Cat tonight.
Time will tell, Paul. Time will tell. As he took a look at the big man, another collar and elbow tie up. He has the advantage, pushing Brad Armstrong back in the ropes. Cheap shot to the ribs, sends him for the ride.
Sergeant Slaughter once told a story about how Andre the Giant fell asleep during a match with him. Was the match that bad that Andre just fell asleep?
Yeah, but notice the good strategy by the Big Cat. He gets right over to the rope so Armstrong can't attack him again, and he stops his momentum by bringing in the referee.
Armstrong again from the side headlock to the wrist lock, countered by the Big Cat.
The Big Cat.
Big Cat taking it a turn.
Big Cat. Do you feel stupid saying that, Jim Ross? He's Big Cat. Big Cat.
Danger zone, face to face. Armstrong very quick.
Oh.
He is so big and so strong. Is this Big Cat? And look how he took Armstrong up. Three backbreakers. And he finally drops him like a sack of groceries.
There you go.
The Big Cat, Ernie Ladd? No, not that one.
The Big Cat, and this guy does not pussyfoot around.
Saying Big Cat without saying Ernie Ladd, right? Do you think he has to, like, stop himself? It's like he wants to say Ernie Ladd after that, but he can't. And body slam. Please let this match be over. 1, 2. Oh, God. I'm bored. I'm bored. Take it home.
Of the Big Cat, but it's still a long way to go.
Armstrong has great intestinal fortitude. Tremendous athlete.
Mr. Hughes, the man who once stole Undertaker's urn and had a pay-per-view match with Mr. Perfect. They wrestled on paper. Oh, that's right. The King of the Ring tournament, 93. Yeah. I remember when he stole the urn. I do remember that. How would you book a Rollins versus HBK feud? Oh, God.
Armstrong
Hard to say because I'm trying to decide who the heel would be, because they're both I feel like they're both better as heels. I would probably do something like the way Randy Orton's turn against Evolution should have gone, where like Rollins would start off as a member of DX and then would be recognized as like the better, like the champion or the better member. And then he would kick the veteran out of the group, which would be Shawn, and should have been Triple H being kicked out of Evolution, which is how that angle should have gone. Torture rack. Okay, Jim. Calm down. We know you love the babyfaces. Do you think Paul Bearer and Broken Matt Hardy would get along? Yes.
I'm telling you that you're a blatant liar. You didn't give up. Brad Armstrong has never given up. The referee stopped the match. This man is a monster. 320 pounds after 3 backbreakers in the rack. The referee stopped it. It was good officiating, but another victory by the Big Cat. And now let's hear this from the man that'll be a star king. Here's Dick the Bruiser.
What went wrong? Straight Edge Society. Dick the Bruiser. I sound like I gargle glass. Oh, the Z-Man's up next. We're really bringing the stars out now. What went wrong? The Straight Edge Society. What went wrong with them from the very beginning? They formed the group after Punk lost the title, when they should have formed the group while he was the champion, and he should have gone into WrestleMania as the champion. That crooked logo. Why? I don't remember a time where Brian Lee had blonde hair. That looks so weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. From Minneapolis, Minnesota, he weighs 251 pounds. The Steiner.
Hey, Z-Man.
One of the most popular athletes in World Championship Wrestling just made his way to the ring.
I mean, for those of you watching on the network, does the crooked logo on the entrance ramp, does that bother any of you, or is it just me?
Well, you know, here's a guy that was always held back in a tag team situation. He always wanted to be a tag team champion. The fact is, he is a great singles wrestler, but tonight, he steps into a ring, a guy that's making his debut here in WCW, prime-time Brian Lee.
Good football tackle on the 200.
I saw a review of Mania 3 by one of my favorite YouTubers. If you want, I can send it to you. I highly recommend it. Okay, cool. I'd like to see it. Okay, so it's not just me. All right, it's not just me that's bugged by the crooked logo.
You were sorry for calling me a liar.
Yeah, that's another lie.
Because Brad Armstrong did submit because the big cat is that great.
He didn't submit, and you're still a liar. Primetime Brian Lee.
I'll be right back.
Good kick there. A karate kick by the Z-Man as Brian Lee
The
was
Z-Man.
fans here.
Well, you see, Brian Lee is a very, very impressive wrestler. He comes here with great credentials.
Great right hand.
He's a graduate.
He's good enough to be a fake Undertaker. That's for damn sure.
He's done all sports.
Ooh, right in there.
Hip block takeover. He was in orbit on that move. What power by the Z-Man.
What the fuck was Tom's? There was a miscommunication there. Okay, so Tom Zink went for like a springboard top rope, like body, like cross body, and Brian Lee was nowhere in position to even catch him for the move. That is one of the funniest botches I've ever seen. That was hilarious because clearly, like, I don't know who fucked up, but there was a huge miscommunication there. That was hilarious.
Shoots him to the far side. He drops down to the near side. Nice leapfrog.
Brian Lee was Ted DiBiase's fake Undertaker, yes. Drop kick by Z-Man. Okay, seriously, that botch was hilarious. That was the whole match was worth it just for that botch.
It's time to slow down the Z-Man's momentum. Time for a cheap shot, too, by the way. Forgot to mention that.
Snap there by primetime Brian Lee into the reverse chin lock. Great to hear from Dick the Bruiser. Earlier in the program, he'll be the referee for the finals of the Pat O'Connor International Tag Team Tournament to be held exclusively on pay-per-view at Starrcade on Sunday, December the 16th. And that event, by the way, will be made available to our fighting men and women participating in Operation Desert Shield. We're also going to send a big
All right, thank you. Yes, I just got the notification about getting the WrestleMania 3 bid.
Civil War, I understand.
Irish whip.
Oh, into the corner, nobody home.
On that one. And Z-Man fights back with the right hand. He's turned the corner now.
God, there was a miscommunication there too.
Right under the jaw.
These guys are not on the same page.
Powerful slam by the Z-Man. And now he goes back. He'll take another chance. Coming off the top. Brian Lee is dazed.
Flying drop kick.
He just dropped kick.
1,
Dazed.
2.
Prime time.
Lee kicked out. I'm pretty sure Lee kicked out. That was something. Check that match out because that was hilarious.
On December 16th, to Starrcade, 1990 against another guy on a real hot single streak. Beautiful, Bobby Eaton.
Yeah, they were not on the same page through most of that match.
Very special interview. Plus Sting and the Black Scorpion, the Horseman of Doom, much more still to come.
I see no way we can lose.
Michael Wall Street and Alexandra York. Alexandra York, God. She would go on to become Marlena in WWE, Goldust's wife and manager, and she's kind of got a hot librarian thing going with the Alexandra York thing, but she would get, like, when she showed up in WWE, that is, like, one of the hottest women they've ever had.
Ivan here You should be calling me Mr. Wall Street. Do you
Yes, that is Terry. And Michael Wall Street, that is IRS, Mike Rotunda.
I don't have time to stand out here.
He's not Captain Mike anymore. Thank God.
TBS, the Michael Wall Street story will be told. Now let's get to the business at hand. This is my assistant, Alexandra York. She takes care of my computers, added with my talent. We cannot be beat in the ring. Tonight's my opponent. Tell him about it.
Tonight you will face Starblazer. Tony, hold this microphone for me. I have gone over the information on our computer printout. If he follows this explicitly, he will step out of the ring a victor tonight. Our system is infallible. You can bet any amount of money on it.
He's gonna feel the wall.
And as the years went on, it was cold in every building Terry went in. Yep, it was very, very cold. Cold indeed. Almost as cold as it was on the set of Friends with Jennifer Aniston.
Let's go back to Gary Capetta and the introduction of the Starblazer.
Ladies and gentlemen, please follow me.
Did you know Bailey said her dream opponent is Ivory? How would you go about doing that match? I would probably do something where Bailey's the babyface and Ivory is like her mentor, and the mentor turns on her and turns nasty heel, and Bailey do something to let Bailey capture some of that babyface magic she had in NXT. What do you think about JoJo? I don't really think anything about her. I know she's an announcer, but I don't really think anything about her other than that. It's like, oh, she's an announcer. It's fine.
He is accompanied by his administrative assistant, Alexandra York, from the financial district.
Yeah, I know Terry was disappointed that for the 25th anniversary, they did nothing with anybody. We've got all these special guests, and we're not going to do anything with them. It's like, okay.
More about this? Well, now, I heard a rumor, and it's only a rumor, and I'm not trying to spread any rumors, but you'll probably sue me.
Lord knows you've never done that.
Oh, no, never have, but I heard a rumor. I don't know if it was his grandfather or an uncle. I heard.
Hey, I hope JoJo's worth it. I hope JoJo's worth that much.
Passed away, and he inherited a lot of money.
See, I keep expecting Attitude Era Terry. I'm waiting for her to strip out of that outfit. But I'm like, oh, wait, this is 1990. That's not going to happen.
Championship Wrestling at 6:05 Eastern Time, of course.
Gee, I wish one of my rich relatives would die and leave me a lot of money.
I don't know. You're living at home with your mom and daddy now. You don't spend any money as it is. There is Alexandra York. Not a manager, not a valet, an administrative assistant. She's got a laptop computer there. And apparently has programmed all the data.
He also doesn't want to pay child support money for his kids because he spends all his money on JoJo. Good guy, right? That's that's not cool.
Finally, World Championship Wrestling has entered the computer age.
Well, there's a computer printout. He's trying to shield
The most risque thing you saw back in those days was Liz at SummerSlam '88. Yep. And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
He's had great ability. He's been a World Tag Team Champion. World Television Champion.
Laptops were around back then? Yeah. Ish.
Captain of the wrestling team. Waistlock takedown.
I like it. It's about time finally somebody came from my hometown and showed WCW what it's all about. I'm proud of him.
Fireman carry takeover by Mike Rotunda.
Now, come on, go get him some competition. Don't bring out my favorite Martian against him. How come Sting doesn't fight him right away? If he worth the price, he'd probably pay a lot of money for a title shot.
Good football tackle by Wall Street. Going to the far side.
Okay, the ropes are making those weird noises again. When they hit the ropes, they make like a crunch sound. Starblazer, wearing Hulk Hogan colors, by the way.
Brand new WCW fan club. And if you would like to participate in the World Championship Wrestling Fan Club, there's a couple of 800 numbers. 1-800-727-FANS or 1-800-727-3267. You can call that toll
Phone number no longer active.
on how you can join the WCW.
I bet that number's a sex line now.
First-time offer.
Bet it is.
Be a charter member, if you will, as Gordon would say.
How much does that call cost?
nothing, Paul. Right down your alley. It's free. Star Blazer into the arm bar.
Arm bar.
It's free.
Pretender trying to go for a right hand. It was blocked by the
They blocked the number. I can't see it. They have like a big graphic over the number. And Star Blazer goes out of the ring.
Beautiful. He followed the game plan. Obviously, Miss York knows exactly what she. Oh, there you go. The computer age.
Yeah, 1990.
Almost like a hostile takeover here by Michael Wall Street
That
on the
was
Star
very good.
Blazer.
That was very good. I'm proud of you.
I love Paul and Jim Ross together because they have this like snarky attitude towards each other. They had it in 2001 when they called shows together, and they have it here. Like the number of Who Framed Roger Rabbit on NES. Yes, very much like that one.
You know, speaking of fan clubs, I think I'm going to open up a fan club for Michael Wall Street.
The moss-covered three-handled family arm bar. Yeah, God, that list of 1,004 holds is the best thing Jericho ever did. Love it.
Wall Street, there's good officiating. He caught him using the ropes. Outstanding job of officiating by senior referee Nick Patrick. Front face lock.
Suplex. No. Star Blazer blocked it. Roll up. 1, 2. No.
And the stocks almost dropped there for Wall Street.
Oh, God, the puns. The puns.
I'm sure he could buy a victory away from him.
Whee!
Forearms there.
There we go.
Reversal of the Irish whip. Star Blazer catches Wall Street coming in with a foot right to the midsection. Gets him with a right hand now. The masked man taking over.
I think Miss York needs to get another printout.
There's a scoop slam. I wonder if this has been programmed.
Do you like the Predator movies? I like the first Predator movie. Other than that, it's kind of like, eh. Like Predator 2 was okay. The Alien versus Predator movies were whatever. The last Predator movie they did, Predators, was kind of boring. Like I fell asleep trying to watch it. So, which is not what you want from a Predator movie. So, but I love the first one. I think the first one's a classic.
It's not what time it's Wall Street.
Oh, that was weird.
Slip there.
That little Boston Crab spot that didn't happen.
Is this what it is? The Wall Street Crash by Michael Wall Street.
And thank God that match is over, because that was a chore.
There's our colleague Gordon Soley is with us tonight, and he's got this week's WCW Top 10s.
Oh, the top 10 rankings.
Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Wrap-Up. The Wrap-Up, of course, is the official publication of World Championship Wrestling and is available in any arena where World Championship Wrestling is being held. It's also available by subscription. Now, let's take a look at the top 10, both in the tag team competition and in individual competition. Looking first to tag team competition, in 10th position.
Sorry, goddamn, like, the top 10 rankings would have been like one of my favorite parts of the show.
In 8th position, Tim Horner and the Candyman. In 7th position, the Master Blasters. In 6th,
The Master Blasters were still there?
and then in 5th position, Ricky
I thought they were already gone by this point.
Rich. In 4th position, the Fabulous Freebirds. 3rd position, the Nasty Boys. In 2nd, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, the Horsemen. And finally, of course, Steiner Brothers, the U.S. Tag Team Champions, and then the World Tag Team Champions, the team of Hacksaw Butch Reed and Ron Simmons, the team of Doom, headed up by Teddy Long. Now, turning to individual...
I'm pretty sure they base these rankings off of, like, who won the most matches. I'm pretty sure that's where the... Beautiful Bobby, the Z-Man, is number 9.
7th, Lion Bryan. 6th, Terry Taylor. 5th,
Terry Taylor is ranked 6th? Jesus.
TV champion. Then in 4th position, Ric Flair. In 3rd position, the total package, Lex Luger. In 2nd position, Sid Vicious. In 1st position, Stan Hansen, the current U.S. heavyweight champion. And finally, of course, the world heavyweight.
Yeah, you notice that the U.S. champion is always ranked number 1?
For this week, we hope you'll stay tuned to the Clash.
Again, he's the secondary champion, so he should probably be ranked at least within the top 3, you would think. What are some of your favorite Godzilla moments? Oh God, we could be here all day. Yeah, we could literally. I could sit here all day and list my favorite Godzilla moments. It's I could almost do a whole video on that all by itself. I might save that for a later date.
On Sunday, December 16th, Paul, the seeds have been announced.
That's right, the seeds have been announced. Everybody here is so excited because the Steiner brothers are the #1 seed. But remember, Mr. Saito and the Great Muda are the #2 seed. We're going to find out once again the Japanese are all over the United States.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the second feature on the Pat O'Connor International Tournament to be held at Starrcade.
Pat O'Connor International Tournament.
Pat O'Connor Memorial International Tag Team Tournament will be held on Sunday, December 16th, exclusively on pay-per-view. This inaugural event is named for former world champion Pat O'Connor, the only native of New Zealand to ever become world champion. Pat is shown here versus Buddy Rogers before over 50,000 fans at Comiskey Park in Chicago in 1961. This tournament is an 18 single elimination event, and the winning team will receive a giant trophy.
Do you like going to arcades? I used to when I was a kid. I don't really go to them that much anymore.
Japanese duo Mr. Saito and the Great Muta are seeded #2. Don't miss this tremendous tournament exclusively on pay-per-view at Starrcade 90 Collision Course.
What went wrong? WWE's ECW. Oh, Godzilla's gravity-defying dropkick? Yes. I love it whenever Godzilla gives the laws of physics the middle finger. That's always great. Like the fucking, him flying in Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster and the giant body splash in Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. I'm like, that can't happen at all. Yeah, but WWE's ECW, what went wrong is that you tried to put WWE production into ECW. That's what went wrong, and that doesn't work.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest.
That crooked logo! God! Why? What went wrong? December to Dismember. I would need like an hour to concisely explain everything that went wrong there.
67 pounds, the team of Sergeant Kruger and Colonel DeClerc.
Colonel DeClerc and Sergeant Kruger. And they're going to be facing the Beast and Kahlua. Winner gets into the Pat O'Connor Memorial Tournament at Starrcade 1990. Drinking game. Take a shot whenever the crooked logo is mentioned. It's on camera right there again. Fuck that logo. It's annoying.
The team of Kahlua and the Beast. Kahlua and the Beast.
The Botswana Beast.
Two big, strong men. I'm sure there'll be a contrast in styles, a contrast in philosophy. This is a big matchup. The finals of the African tournament. We're happy and proud that it can be held right here at the Clash of Champions for the world to see here on TBS. But the winner of this match will move into the Final 8 to be held exclusively on pay-per-view at Starrcade.
Who paid for all these plane tickets from Africa?
Yeah, and the crowd has absolutely no clue who any of these people are.
Bring the fans the very best from around the world.
And they won't even pick me up from the airport.
Original Doink and Rocco Rock. Interesting. I didn't recognize him.
Sergeant Kruger and Kahlua in there. And Kahlua starting out very quickly. They know what's at stake in this match. Downstairs he goes.
Do you like the SNES Star Wars games? I do. They're hard as hell, but yeah, I do like them.
Colonel DeClerc now will be entering the ring.
And this is the veteran of the team. This is the wild man.
Wrist lock applied by Kahlua. Takes it another turn. Nice move. Good counter move. Into a cradle, but he's in the ropes.
This guy's held titles in a lot of different continents. He's been a wrestler for a long, long time. This is his big break here. He's going to take full advantage of it.
Wrist lock applied by Kahlua. Another unique move. Nice step up.
Oh, roll up.
Went behind. Kahlua, very powerful lower body, obviously, and kicks out.
Well, the Colonel's taking his time with
Yeah,
this guy. The Colonel,
I just heard a guy yell out boring.
and he's not gonna beat the guy.
My thoughts exactly.
Both guys know that.
A botched moonsault.
The second rope for momentum. High cross body, but he couldn't get enough of it to get the pin there.
There's a lot at stake in this match.
Still to come, Sting and the Black Scorpion.
This is exciting, guys. This is so exciting.
Steiner brothers are here. A good double team move by the contingent from South Africa.
Is that their team name, the South African Contingent? Is that their name? Please tell me that's their team name. Because I want to call a team the South African Contingent.
Here comes the big man, the Beast. And the
I can imagine the crowd yelling, "Fix the logo." Nowadays, absolutely. They totally would.
Is that a weave or is that his natural hair?
You would know more about weaves and hair than I would. They're exchanging those right hands. Clothesline! African style. Found its mark. The game faces are.
Thank you. Glad you liked it. That was one I wanted to do. The What Went Wrong on Monty Brown. That was one I've wanted to do. I've got a few more ideas lined up for What Went Wrongs, too.
He's the wrestler of the two. The sergeant is the brawler, and you're not going to out-brawl this big man.
Colonel Leclerc getting some momentum. Big man standing tall. Having some trouble getting him down, obviously.
And big power slam.
That'll shake your Krugerrands.
Colonel set for the
Whee!
He's buried into the midsection there. Another move up on the top rope.
Oh! Another botched moonsault, kind of, sort of.
Colonel Leclerc is a high-flying competitor.
Looks to me like he's ready to finish him off.
Double axe handle. Yeah, keep it simple, guy. You shouldn't be doing the moonsaults anymore.
He's going to do it one more time in case the cameras didn't get it.
Another double axe handle.
The Beast down on the canvas.
I think the South Africans can light that victory cigar.
He may be a colonel in the South African Air Force, for all we know. He's
And big power slam.
coming off. Big power slam. Lateral press. 1, 2.
No. Okay, this match has already gone on too long. Stop it.
Well, you don't think he's going to let his countrymen...
God, this show's terrible so far. What the fuck is this? What were you trying to do? That's the worst atomic drop I've ever seen in my life. Does anybody know what's going on? What's going on? This match is falling apart.
All 4 guys in there. They want to represent their continent. That's Starcade.
Would you like to see WWE do a SummerSlam like how WCW did Road Wild? I would like to see them like... All right. Kruger and DeClerc win it. Thank God it's over. Would you like to see WWE do a SummerSlam like how WCW did Road Wild? I would like to see them like change up their events a little bit and make them look a little different, but they follow that playbook so closely that every show looks the same. And I'm getting like tired of it. The best part about the show so far was the Flying Brian match. Yeah, that feels like it was eons ago now.
Wrestling promoter in the history of the sport. Let's hear this from Sam Muchnick.
Hi, this is Sam Muchnick.
Hi, Sam.
To all the wrestling fans who joined me at Steel Auditorium in St. Louis for the Pat O'Connor Memorial International Tag Team Tournament.
Okay. That was pointless, but all right. All right, we've got Lex Luger up next, guys. Maybe he'll turn the show around. Do an outdoor show and actually charge people to attend the show. That would be nice. Nice change of pace.
Still to come next. The total package Lex Luger against the Motor City Madman. And Lex Luger on his way back to get that U.S. title from Stan Hansen. Let's go back in time and relive some of the moments between Stan Hansen and Lex Luger. The feud between Stan Hansen and the total package Lex Luger began in September at Clash of Champions 12.
Which we saw last week.
And made his intentions fully known to Luger and the world. On the number 1 contender for the World
again in Chicago at Halloween Havoc, and a much anticipated bout for Luger's United States title. This match was one of the most intense battles ever witnessed. And Hanson's
What went right? Luger versus Hogan on Nitro. That'd be fun to relive that.
United States champion. The referee is still down.
God, okay. That red canvas, like that hurts my eyes. Oh, lariat. What's your favorite SummerSlam event? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to, off the top of my head, I remember really liking, 91 was my first pay-per-view ever, so I have a bias towards it. 92, I remember liking. 97 and 98, I remember liking a lot.
But tonight, he must overcome the challenge.
2000 was a very good one.
Who was discovered by the total package.
2002 was a very good one. 2002 might be my favorite now that I think about it.
Big man, we got a play here. You got to talk to Mr. Yuppie.
Okay. That crooked logo! Fix your logo! You know, the weirdest thing about SummerSlam is that I have very little memory of any show past 2008. Like, after that, it's all a blur. I take that back. 2009 had the Hardy Punk match that I really liked. Do we really need a Curtis Hughes promo right now? Ooh, Luger and the Cat. 2013 was a really good one. Yeah, that double main event was great. Yeah, that double main event was very good. Hardy Punk was amazing. Yeah, the Hardy Punk feud was very well done, which is why Punk should have been the champion heading into Mania, but nope. Look, old Gimpy came back and he needed to win the belt. That's just how it is. Yes, I just called Undertaker old Gimpy. I don't care. Like, the Motor City Madman, a hitman paid off by Paul Heyman. Yeah, Taker getting his one last run. Part 905.
This one will not be a pretty wrestling match. This is going to be a brawl. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Chicago, Illinois.
Is the Motor City Madman the father of the Motor City Machine Guns? If he is, like, Sabin and Shelley are hiding that fact.
A man that wants Stan Hansen and Starcade for the United States Heavyweight Championship.
Luger!
He refused to be attended by the Big Cat, and look who's coming down the aisle, Paul.
Oh, Big Cat's gonna sneak attack Lex Luger. Oh, and Luger got the jump on him anyway. But they're fighting up the aisleway. Oh, they're nailing each other, JR? Really? They're nailing each other? Yeah, Machine Guns and Beer Money, the matches they were having were unbelievable. And I would say that their Their 2 out of 3 falls match at the whole effing show is one of the top 10 best matches in TNA history, I think.
And Luger is not stepping back for the big cat either, I'll tell you that.
But he has to go in the ring now with a guy 6'6", 344.
All right, match begins. Luger versus the Motor City Madman.
Motor City Madman netting Luger from behind. To say that Luger started this one at a distinct disadvantage will be a gross understatement.
The only thing they did wrong with Beer Money and Machine Guns is that I felt like they could have gotten, like, instead of doing a match a week, I felt like they could have done, like, they could have spread that out to Bound for Glory and gotten, like, a huge, like, payoff at that pay-per-view. But, you know.
He is a brawler. He is a street fighter found in the pool hall.
All right. Luger with a flying crossbody. Clothesline.
But the man is not an easy man to put away.
Back elbow by Luger. One match per pay-per-view. Something like that. They could have done a couple of them on TV, but... Oh, Motor City Madman with a suplex. He was going to suplex Luger out of the ring onto the entrance ramp, but no. Luger can't get him up. And oh! He almost didn't get him over. He almost dropped Madman on his head. Body slam by Luger. Motor City Madman's a big boy. Big elbow, but he missed.
And the Madman is from the streets of Detroit. He knows all about survival, and he's going to capitalize on this mistake like you have never seen anybody capitalize on a mistake before.
Clothesline. The Motor City Madman with his man titties.
The odds are against Luger here. He has Hanson on his mind. He has the big cat on his mind. And this guy is no lightweight either.
Sidewalk slam.
He dropped 344 pounds on it. And Lex Luger, the man that wants to regain the United States Heavyweight Championship at Starrcade.
Now what's he going for?
He's going for the backbreaker.
Backbreaker.
Luger sets himself underneath.
Luger with a back body drop. I was at an NXT house show last year, and during a Bobby Roode match, some guy in the crowd yelled out, "Beer! Money!" 2. Luger wins it. There are a lot of really quick matches on this show. I mean, that one was one of the less painful ones compared to some of the other ones, but this is like...
Oh, yeah, he wants the United States Heavyweight Championship back. He wants that Hanson at Starrcade. He got by. Obstacle number 1. But the big cat is still waiting for the total package. Lex Luger.
Fans will be back. Tony Schiavone will have a special interview. It's the Renegade Warriors and the Nasty Boys. Sid Vicious and Night Stalker and much more. But now, listen to this.
The jerk got money.
Okay, we got the Nasty Boys versus... Who are they? The Renegade Warriors, Chris Youngblood and Mark Youngblood. Okay. What did you think of the beautiful people in TNA? I thought they played their characters very well. I thought they got heat. They played their characters to the hilt. It was an act that got over. I thought Velvet Sky and Angelina Love did very, very well. Their entrance was one of the better entrances in TNA at the time. FT Legend missing the stream because of goddamn work. Hey, them's the breaks, man. Yeah, and I had a lot of delays that kept me from doing it yesterday. So, yeah, I know how life gets in the way sometimes. But if it makes you feel any better, you're not missing much because this Clash of Champions has been pretty bad.
Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and more. Don't miss an explosive night that'll rock the universe. Starrcade Collision Course, a live pay-per-view spectacular Sunday, December 16th.
Sunday. Davey Richards is really lucky for being with Angelina Love. She was never one of my, like, super, super hot ones. I don't know. She had a nice butt, but that's about it.
Problems lately from the Steiners and from the Nasty Boys, but mainly lately from the Steiners. We've talked to them. They've been correct with everything from fines right on down. The way it stands right now, the Steiners seem to be determined to end the careers of the Nasty Boys.
Okay, we'll keep abreast of that situation. And right now, let's go back to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team event, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from the Mescalero Reservation of New Mexico, Chris and Mark Youngblood, the Renegade.
Okay, I completely forgot about the Renegade Warriors. They look like, try to imagine like two Native Americans trying to play the Rockers, because they look like they have like an Ultimate Warrior or Rockers like outfit color scheme, but they're dressed up like Native Americans. It's really weird. Fix your logo! God damn it! Why? I always had a thing for Gail Kim. Yeah, Gail Kim's hot. No doubt. Velvet Sky Dudley. That's what it says on her social security card now. I hear Davey and Angelina are no longer together. Oh, that's a shame. The Nasty Boys and the Steiner. You know what? The Nasties and the Steiners, that's a good feud on paper because they're just total opposites of each other. Wasn't the Renegade basically just the Ultimate Warrior? Yes. I mean, the Renegade is one of the most blatant ripoffs in the history of pro wrestling. Like, worse than Ryback ripping off Goldberg. Like, seriously. And I loved it. Going back to Ryback, I love that WWE fans kept telling me, he's not a ripoff of Goldberg. I'm like, fuck you, he's not. It's like, if he's not a ripoff of Goldberg, then I'm not a fucking, like, human being. Because, Jesus Christ.
Boy, I cannot let you. You're leaving. How's you going? You're going back to Oklahoma.
Collar and elbow tie up the Youngbloods. Pushing Jerry Sags into the corner. That's Mark Youngblood starting out against Jerry Sags here in this contest.
You know what I like about Sags? He goes to David Letterman's dentist. Have you ever noticed that?
I saw a big gap in his front teeth. Nick Patrick going between the men. And a cheap shot there by Sags. Double axe on a blow on Youngblood.
They learned how to fight on the subways of New York City.
I know you're definitely jealous of Ray Rowe of War Machine for being with Sarah Logan. Yeah, he's a lucky bastard. That one, he's a lucky one. Sarah Logan, she ticks all my boxes, man. Long, dark hair, friggin' curvy. Just, nice. Very nice.
Mark Youngblood here. Now stumps away.
See, these guys are used to fighting Indians. They beat up the toughest gangs in Fort Apache. That's in the Bronx, you know.
Get those forearms in there.
Yeah, this is probably close to the end for the Nasty Boys because they went to WWE not long after this. No.
And he barely kicked out. Arm trying to take over. Good move by Chris Youngblood. Fans, we talked about the Wrestling Wrap-Up, the official publication of World Championship Wrestling. It's available for you fans via subscription. It's a great magazine put together by Dennis Sprint. There's how you can order.
Phone number no longer active. Come on, just leave it uncovered. We'd like to, come on, don't you want us to be like annoying little idiots like calling these numbers?
Working on the arm, overhand wrist lock. Chris Youngblood. There's a knee downstairs.
Ty Dillinger and Buddy Murphy are with the my two hottest WWE females. Who are they with? I don't even know who they're with.
You know why?
That's why.
You know, I'm sick and tired.
Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander from 205 this week was really, really good. Yeah, it's weird. I have not watched 205 live at all in like not since last year at least.
Right hand downstairs. Good reversal. Free move on top. And the referee was detained on the other side of the ring when Brian Knobbs did not see what should have been an automatic disqualification. And now Brian Knobbs, will he gain another advantage here?
Ty Dillinger is with Peyton Royce and Buddy Murphy is with Bliss. Okay. I remember hearing that, actually, that Alexa and Buddy Murphy were together. I don't. Am I a jerk for not caring, though? Like, am I a jerk that, like, it's like, okay, cool, they're dating. I don't really give a shit. Like, so many people are wrapped up in the John Cena and Nikki Bella shit. And I'm like, guys, why do you care? Who the fuck cares? I don't care. Who the fuck cares? Ever since Triple H took over 205, it's gotten much better. Still not perfect, but much better. I know it's. I think some people are just drama vampires, and they just love. They want to know who's dating who, so that if something happens, they can leech on it, just latch onto it, and just go absolutely crazy. And me, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. The Cena Nikki shit is a work. I agree with you. I think they're doing it to sell Total Bellas, which is kind of, I guess, okay, cool. Kayfabe is alive, but, you know. Yeah. Their breakup is a work, and they totally at WrestleMania last year, that was totally spontaneous when he proposed to her, and not like something that was planned at all. Oh, here come the Steiner brothers. They're beating the shit out of them nasty boys. Well, that match is out. God damn. Steiners are so fucking over. The Youngbloods should be fucking pissed at them, though. Just cost them their match. Fix your logo. I heard that Kevin Dunn really pressured Cena into doing the proposal at Mania last year. Big Van Vader, he's back. What's Vader doing? I could go for some Vader. We haven't had we haven't had a Vader match at the Clash yet. Like to see something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is a one fall. Introducing
Fix your logo.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Can't believe they shot this.
And 19 pounds, the Night Stalker.
Why does he have a plastic axe? The Night Stalker is walking around with like a Halloween costume, plastic axe for some reason.
They have such a strategy tonight for Sid Vicious. Ox Baker sitting back at home watching this match on TV.
So Ox Baker is not there, so that graphic was lying.
That'll be a real sound strategy. Sid Vicious ain't no pushover.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, we haven't traveled to the White Castle of Fear yet. I can't wait to go there.
from anywhere,
Adam Bomb, that's Brian Clark as the Night Stalker. Oh God, poor guy. Here's Sid Vicious in red. Yeah, those look weird on him. Guys, fix the sound. I can't hear him. Night Stalker sounds like a bad horror movie. I'm sure that's where they got it. Adam Bomb. He was yeah, that was a gimmick. Yeah, that is Adam Bomb. Yeah, that's him.
I tell you what, Ox Baker better have a real sound game plan because he is
Love the Eye of Thundera shirt. Thank you. I like this shirt too. This was voted the worst match of 1990. Jesus, really? Well, we're in for a treat now, aren't we?
returns it in kind. Both men running together like a Mack trucks.
Clark's got Sid in a bear hug.
I really want to see what the game plan is here. I mean, I'm a modern day Einstein. I was wrestling's greatest manager before I retired because I made so much money. And I don't know.
Paul's great.
I want to see what Baker taught this guy. I want to see what the Night Stalker has in store.
What went wrong? Clash of Champions 13. Their fucking logo. It's crooked. Fix it. Okay.
A big, powerful man. Both these men bench press at an excess of 500 pounds each.
You know, Sid's in pain. Sid is in pain. I cannot believe this.
Okay, I can tell you something that's gone wrong with this match already. Sid is a babyface. Probably not the way to go.
Using one of the most basic wrestling maneuvers in the sport, the bear hug. Vicious with that right hand trying to free himself.
How could this be the worst match from 1990 when El Gigante wrestled throughout the year?
Back into the corner.
That doesn't seem possible.
Vicious fighting now. It's not going to be the prettiest match on the card. Right in the ribs.
Not going to be the prettiest match on the card. You got that right, Jim.
Perhaps they're going to work on the ribs of Sid Vicious.
It's not just the ribs of Sid Vicious. Remember, those ribs were cracked. Remember, that lung was punctured. That lung was punctured a year ago. Sid Vicious.
What went wrong? The bell rang.
That's the strategy. That's the strategy. He's going after those ribs.
Did you hear what Cena said to all the people in WWE who are frustrated? Yes, I did. I did hear that. Yeah. Basically says, like, look, I put over Undertaker in 3 minutes at WrestleMania. I helped make an icon. I basically say be happy with what you have, and it's like, I mean, that's easy for you to say, dude. You're already like the biggest wrestling star in the world, so you losing in 3 minutes doesn't. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? He's doing like a nerve hold, like. Oh, here comes the big cat. What's he doing here? We have seen way too much of the big cat on this show. Back super. Ooh, we got a wrestling move, guys. A suplex. Oh, he's got the axe. I'm sure he can do a lot of damage with that plastic axe. Oh, he missed.
Here comes the big cat. Vicious has got that big club-like thing. He nailed him in the throat. 1, 2, 3. Vicious.
Well, that was terrible.
The fight is on.
That was terrible. That big club-like thing? You mean the axe? The fucking axe, JR? Let me guess. Lex Luger comes out and makes the save. Oh, my God. Or not.
Have started something with Sid Vicious. They may regret. Vicious has a steel chair. They worked on those ribs and not love.
Oh, Sid's actually selling. Look at that.
I cannot believe it. Finally, it's been discovered.
Tony Schiavone is standing by, fans. Tony, take it away. Okay, Jim.
Cena said he'd love to compete in NXT. Yeah, no, I don't want him anywhere near NXT. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare.
Tony, I'll bet that big giant right now is in the box on the way to Argentina somewhere. What a night it's been. Oh, was that funny or not? What we did, we punched him in the nose, kicked him in the stomach, shoved him in this big box, then we taped it all up, and we wrote, send to Argentina on it, collect, and then we shoved it into the airplane, and away it went. What a night.
What a night, guys. Oh, yeah, more Southern Boys and Freebirds. Let's do this at every Clash of Champions now. Oh, there's Gigante.
Next time we get our hands on you, you're butt size because we got 7'7", 400
I'm late. What did I miss? Hi, Joseph Strickland. Welcome to the stream. You've missed almost nothing. This Clash of Champions has been terrible. This has been a lousy show.
Isn't the Clash tonight great? Now don't forget to join Jim Ross and me this Sunday night for the main event. It's at 6:05 here on TBS. Arn Anderson will defend his World Television title against Terry Taylor, and we'll be back with more of the Clash right after this.
Thank you, Missy. Yeah, this Clash has been pretty bad. Just a lot of like really boring matches. And as I said, way too much of Curtis Hughes on this show. The big cat at the time. He's been all over the show. And it's like, no. Just no. No. And also the goddamn crooked logo on the stage. Look at that. That logo's crooked. Why is it crooked? Why do they keep showing it? Stop it. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. It just bothers me. You would think they'd try to fix it during one of the matches or something, but no.
Now let's go back up to Gary Capella. Steiners are fired up and they're next.
Okay, we got a Steiner Brothers match next. Maybe this will save things. Magnum Force. That sounds like a type of condom. Or a dildo. I'm not sure. Both, maybe? Did you ever see him put over Velveteen Dream? I did, yeah. I mean, Velveteen Dream's the guy, so he's great. Steiner Brothers!
On Sunday night, December the 16th, from the historic Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis.
Always nice to see Rick and Scott.
International Tag Team Tournament. They're seated number 1 as they take on Magnum Force here.
Magnum Force, that name.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Steiners versus American Alpha, Steiners versus Revival. Those would be great. Like Steiners in their prime versus those teams, Jesus.
And I should give the Nasty Boys my lawyer Seymour Green's business card because they have a lawsuit against these guys.
Single leg pickup by Scott Steiner, the former All-American from the University of Michigan, stomping away in pro wrestling style, sending Magnum Force for the ride.
Tilt-a-whirl slam by Scott. Oh, ooh. Almost came down on his head there on that, like, moonsault slam or whatever.
The United States of America, and I'm moving to Canada. I'm ashamed of them. They acted like a couple of street punks. They should be arrested.
All right. Ho, ho, ho.
Bunch of animals in this. Bunch of animals here.
Tony Schiavone's going to be talking to the Horsemen in a few moments.
Steiners versus Young Bucks. That'd be great, too. Scott Steiner in the years before he got his degree in mathematics at a highly educated university. Scott Steiner had a match on Impact this week. I saw it. It's an okay match. I mean, the show itself was meh, so they need to get the fuck out of the Impact Zone because that crowd is just dead. They've been worn out for, you know, what are we on now? 14 years of being in the Impact Zone. They just don't care. Frankensteiner! 1, 2. That's it? Okay, that was quick. You know what? A 2-minute Steiner Brothers match is still better than anything else on this show, just about. And here are the Nasty Boys. Steinerline! Steinerline! 14 years almost to the date. Yeah, we're close to when they first debuted on FSN. It's so funny. I remember watching that first show too. I think I remember all the matches. I think it was Team Canada versus like Team Mexico or something like that. It was Abyss versus Shark Boy, America's Most Wanted versus Kid Cash and Lance Hoyt. They were calling him Dallas at that point for the NWA tag titles, where AMW won the belts, and a 4-way X Division match to get the shot at Kazarian. I believe it was AJ, Elix Skipper, Chris Sabin, and Michael Shane. Okay, our main event to this great Clash of Champions is Ric Flair versus Butch Reed. Shark Boy was fine. He was what he was. He's one of those like comedy gimmicks. It's like there's a place for that type of thing.
We are the Horsemen. And tonight, live nationwide, one of us goes against one of them. Keep in mind, the world television champion, and in my own modest right, 6 time, your world champion. So Simmons, you and Reed, and turn it on. Remember, tonight, you got to walk the aisle.
Walk that aisle.
It's a simple case of man's dream completely destroyed.
What did you think of Shark Boy Steve Austin? It's one of those things. It was funny once, but they just wouldn't let it die. And it's like, guys, that's the thing. It's like, it's funny once, but Frankensteiner, which they cut out the replay of for some reason. Okay. Sting and Scorpion face to faceless. Ooh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Clash of Champions in just a few moments. We'll be going to the live danger zone. We've waited on this one a long time.
The live danger zone?
Scorpion will be face to face along with our colleague Paul E. Dangerously. Let's go back in time and show you how this.
Did you like Curryman? Curryman was kind of funny. It was a break for Daniels to do something different. I'm sure Russo loved it. But he needs to be more of a character, you see. He can't just be the fallen angel. Who's the fallen angel? Nobody cares who the fallen angel is. It's got to be Curryman.
I hope as I intend, that you're slowly losing your mind. One thing you must remember, while everybody, including the Horsemen, are chasing you, there's a big difference. Sid wants your belt. I want your life.
Sting and his alleged former acquaintance met at Clash of Champions 12. But what
Okay.
happened shocked everyone. He's got another mask on.
What the heck is that? He said if he lost. Wait a minute, Jim. What's that coming down the way? Look.
Bob, look at the back.
In the back.
Christopher Daniels versus Suicide versus Curryman. No, I was thinking Daniels, Suicide, and Curryman versus Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love.
Sting traveled to Chicago to defend the world title, but the Black Scorpion appeared again.
What the fuck? Oh, why are we reliving the whole Sting versus Scorpion feud? Must we?
As the pressure continued to mount on the popular world champion, the Black Scorpion mysteriously appeared to be everywhere Sting was.
Thank you. Glad my Russo impression works.
Pay attention to your next step.
That's a Scorpion.
Fight, Sting. Fight. Fight, Sting.
Tonight, they meet face to face. And what will happen?
Does anyone care if they meet face to face?
Let's go now, ladies. You see the whole situation.
Did you like Tiny Toons? I was okay with Tiny Toons. It had some really good moments in it. I was confused by the concept because it was like they did these kid versions of the Looney Tunes. Like, Buster and Babs Bunny are basically kid versions of Bugs Bunny. Plucky Duck is basically a kid version of Daffy Duck. And I was like, why did they go to the trouble of creating all these new characters? Why not just, you know, do kid Looney Tunes? You know? But the show was solid. It was a stepping stone towards getting to Animaniacs, where Animaniacs was really like the gold standard. Tiny Toons was like a stepping stone to get to that point. And Pinky and the Brain as well. Like, getting to Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain and Freakazoid and those shows. Tiny Toons was like the step in that progress. Hey, yo, bro. Okay, don't tell me how to imitate Vince Russo, bro. Okay, I know what I'm doing. It's everybody else's fault that WCW fell apart, bro. Let me tell you, bro. Hulk Hogan and his creative control, bro, okay, caused so many problems, bro. I just threw my hands up. It's like, I don't know anymore, bro. I don't know.
But what I'm telling you is, will you cut the music? I'm talking. Hey, cut the music. I'm talking. Hey.
I'll go to the goddamn grave before you ever see that piece of shit ever again. Okay, he just grabbed a fan, the Black Scorpion. What the fuck?
Watch very closely, Sting. Sting, I'm too powerful. It's Son of God.
You made a deal. You told him he could show you the black magic. I'm letting him do his stuff. Fine, let him do it.
Watch me, Sting.
Okay, so Sting's just standing up there and just letting him do all this shit to a fan. How would you have booked Rated R Edge as a babyface? Not the way they did. Because basically they did with him what they do to all their faces. They suck away everything that made him cool. He turned a fan into a cheetah! What the fuck? Paulie Dangerously is having to sell this. Oh my God. Oh my God. And somewhere in the back in 1990, the writers for Lucha Underground saw this and said, we can do this better. Yeah, yeah. It's amazing. Lucha Underground does a lot of that really weird out there shit, but they do it so well that everyone loves it.
Sunday, December 16th. Call your local cable operator for availability.
Is it June 13th yet? No, we got a few more days to go. We're almost there. Okay, now we're getting to the main event of this disastrous show. We're getting Ric Flair versus Butch Reed. If Flair wins, Anderson and Flair get a tag title shot, and Teddy Long has to be Flair's chauffeur for a day. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think Teddy Long's been up
The feud between wrestling's two most controversial began on a danger zone, but Paulie Dangerously was interviewing the Horseman, who obviously did not want to share the spotlight.
The notoriety of just about enough of you, McMahon, running your mouth.
Did you just call him McMahon?
Well, let me tell you something. Surely you're not talking to me, little man.
Oh, let's say, hey, let him go. With battle lines drawn, the Horseman and Doom met at Halloween Havoc
for Doom's World Tag Team.
God, that Halloween Havoc, like, that ring looks ugly. It's like orange ropes with like black stripes around the middle ropes and like a red mat. It looks ugly. Looks hideous.
You want to have it on Halloween? You got it right here.
There on the outside, and here comes Reed. And then all four men are out there. This is like a big alley brawl. This regular chops and fists by the Horsemen. They're going down the aisle. The referee's there in the ring. They've only got 10 count to be back. They're calling the bell. Both teams are coming out.
The Horsemen lobbied for a World Tag Title rematch, but Doom manager Theodore Arlong refused until his terms were met.
Ric Flair, do I make myself clear? That Rolls Royce limousine, that 65-foot yacht, take it or leave it. Now you make up your mind right now, or I'm out of here, pal. Don't ever make a mistake of thinking you can crank on me, pal, on national TV. The bet's on.
Yeah,
Remember this.
I don't know, like,
Right around that little.
would WWE bring back Halloween Havoc? I'd say, part of me says they wouldn't, but it's like, look, they brought back Clash of Champions, they brought back Great American Bash, they did like a live Starrcade event, so they'll probably do a Starrcade at some point. So yeah, I mean, they might do Halloween Havoc, who knows?
Until he received a surprise gift box. It also says that if they win, then Teddy Long must be their chauffeur for a day.
What?
Then you redefine
Look at this. Hey, come on, Ross. Is this some kind of conspiracy? I never read nothing like that. I signed a contract, but I never read that.
But you're a heel, so it's okay if you get fucked over.
Be chauffeur for a day if your men don't win Tuesday night.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm very confident that Doom will take out either Ric Flair or Anderson, and I'm not going to wear no chauffeur cap. I'm not going to wear no coat, no gloves.
Blah, 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 blah. Crooked logo! Fuck! I'm sorry to keep harping on that, but it's just so annoying.
Tag Team Champions, Ron Simmons, Butch Reed, the team of Doom.
Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Number one, tag team in the world today. But Paul tonight, right here at the Clash of Champions, it's not going to be a tag team match. The participants will be determined by coin toss.
All right, I thought I heard one of the mouse traps go snap.
But this is an awesome combination. What was that indication?
Take a shot every time I mention the crooked logo. You might not make it to the end of the show if you play that drinking game.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Horsemen. First, from the great state of Minnesota, weighing 200.
Oh, there it is again. Ah! If I were a producer on this show, I would just be livid that logo looks like that. I've never done an evil laugh when I've killed a mouse, but I have, like, cut promos on them.
Go up to the ring now, get the instructions here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the referee, Nick Patrick, with the coin toss.
All right, gentlemen, you've been instructed of the rules in the back. We're going to do a coin toss right now to determine who's going to represent each team.
Okay, it's going to be Ric Flair and Butch Reed. I already know that.
All right.
This man right here will represent the World Tag Team Champion, Soul Brother Butch Reed.
All right, Butch Reed will represent the team of Doom. Gentlemen, call in the air.
Wait.
As it is, Ric Flair will represent the Horsemen.
That's to the Horseman's advantage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
we'll get this one underway. But right now, let's take our final commercial timeout, and we'll be back with Flair and Reed one-on-one.
A competent wrestling show with amazing stories and characters. What a relief. Yeah, it'll be nice to have that. I mean, NXT's been really good right now, but... How about an Mr. Burns excellent when you find a dead mouse? Yeah, oh God. Excellent. Yes, yes. All right, this is the main event. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. God, this show has been terrible. I mean, I knew the clashes got bad in the early 90s, but good God. And I'm pretty sure they're all bad up until we get to the one with Rick Rude and Sting and the injury angle. That was the one that kind of righted the ship. It's like, all right, we're back to having like solid clashes again, but all the ones leading up to it, man, oh God, it's a dark age. Ooh, Butch Reed chopping away at Flair.
Must be extra large. Straight line hand by Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Oh, Flair goes down.
Caught Flair, and down goes the incomparable Nature Boy. Yeah, but you see, right here is where Butch Reed might be looking for a tag. Butch Reed has been an attack.
NXT lacks a certain something, and that something are murders. Yes, Lucha Underground has the highest body count in wrestling history, in that they literally murder characters. The highlights of the show have been Flying Brian and the crooked logo, pretty much. What do you think of Lars Sullivan versus Aleister Black in Chicago? I think the match will be okay. I don't know if Lars has been built up well enough to be a believable threat. Like, I highly doubt that Black's dropping the title to him. Movie Fan 04, am I too late? Clash of Champions is wrapping up. We're doing the main event right now. It's Ric Flair versus Butch Reed. And we'll be doing Saturday night's main event right after that.
Notice Nature Boy Ric Flair, though. He comes right back at Reed. Nature Boy Ric Flair is the greatest one-on-one wrestler I have ever seen. This is to his advantage.
Flair with a knee, and then he left the ring to break the momentum of Hacksaw Butch Reed. They're out there with Reed. It's a power match.
The original plan was for him to take the belt from Andrade. You mean Lars Sullivan to take the belt? Because really, that would have been their original plan. I'm a little surprised by that.
And he's in there against Nature Boy Ric Flair. Sooner or later, the odds are against Reed.
Nice move there.
Please record yourself cutting a promo on a dead rat. That would be your greatest video ever. Well, I'm going to, like, I've already said, the next one I kill, backslide, Flair kicks out. The next mouse I see, and if I kill it, I'm going to take pictures and a video of it, because it's like, if this keeps happening, I'm going to report it as a health code violation and try and get out of my lease. But I need, like, evidence that there's mice in the apartment. So I might do that. I might just do that. Just cut a promo on a dead mouse. It might not even be dead, because the glue traps don't kill him right away. Sloppy dropkick by Butch Reed. It's funny though. Actually, the first mouse I killed with a glue trap, he died trying to chew himself out of the trap. So there was like a little blood in the trap. He was trying to chew himself loose, and he stuck his face down into the glue and he suffocated himself. I think that's what happened. It was like, oh wow, this guy really suffered. But don't come in my apartment, motherfucker.
Yeah, but if Doom wins, what do they get, huh? What do Reed and Simmons get? This is to the Horseman's advantage, because Flair and Arn have a lot at stake and a lot to gain. Doom has nothing to gain.
They have not to wrestle the Horseman again. Of course they have something to gain.
But I think Reed and Simmons want to wrestle the Horseman. I mean, they're great World Tag Team Champions. They thrive on competition.
There's a big four-time All-American from Florida State, Ron Simmons. I know great fans all over the country watching this.
Chop by Flair. Another chop by Flair. You know, the idea that Ric Flair can have a great match with anybody, you know, I watched him have a mediocre, like, weak match with JYD a couple weeks ago, and now he's, like, having this dull match with Butch Reed. I'm not saying it's his fault. It's just like, yeah, you know, he can't get a great match out of everybody. I'm just saying. Arn Anderson helps cheat.
You want to play one-upmanship with the Horsemen. As the world turns, there you go. The former heavyweight champion of the world and the world television champion. No way they're going to get back today. No way.
Flair stopped the ring viciously. Referee Nick Packard over here by us, trying to get Ron Simmons on the other side of the ring.
And there's the enforcer.
Waiting for his chance. Anderson with a left hand. It found his mark on the jaw of Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Like I said, if it was a tag team match, I'll give it to Doom, but it's not a tag team match. It's one-on-one. And you got Simmons and Arn on the outside, but the Horsemen will not let Doom take this away from them.
It's almost a tradition to see the Nature Boy in the main event at the Clash of Champions. He was in the main event at the very first one. He'll be in the main event Thanksgiving night in the Omni in Atlanta. This is a legend in his own time, and the chips are down. This is his.
Oh my God. This match has already gone too long. Guys, let's wrap this up. Let's go home. Please send me home. I want to watch Saturday night's main event now. This show's defeated me. I hope this is the worst one, because I know they get bad in 91. I know the clashes get really bad in 91, but I hope to God this is the worst one, and this is just as bad as it gets. Flair face flops.
It's all on the line right here.
Irish whip, Flair upside down.
He got his balance.
Big right hand by Simmons. This crowd taking it rough off the Coliseum.
And now Ron Simmons is attacking Flair. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, man. They cheated first.
The intensity is simply electrifying here.
Now it's the Reed's advantage. Right now, Ric Flair's hurt. Ron Simmons had his hands on the Nature Boy, but look, Reed, this time, that's a mistake. Either he capitalizes on Flair's injury.
Oh my God. Take it home. Take it home. Take it home. Oh God. You know how I get, like, whenever, like, a WrestleMania main event is running too long, like the Roman Reigns Undertaker match from last year, or Reigns and Samoa Joe from Backlash, where I'm just like, good, fuck it. I don't care who wins. Just wrap this up and send me home. We're at that point, and this match isn't that long. It's just kind of like, it's already too long. I'm not enjoying any of this. Woo! Ric Flair with another knee drop. No, he misses. Butch Reed with Butch Reed with a figure 4 on Ric Flair. How you like them apples, Rick? Yeah, Butch Reed stealing the figure 4. That's the high spot of the match so far. When it's all said and done, and I've watched all 36 clashes, Ric Flair is probably going to be the MVP of the Clash of Champions, but look, they weren't all winners. Not all of his matches were as good as, like, his match with Sting or his match with Steamboat. Ref, what is he doing? I understand he's got to break the hold, but he should have just disqualified him. Didn't have to pull his damn hair.
Nice slap by Reed. Flair out there on the apron.
He's blocking it. He's trying to block it.
Reed is up.
Suplexes Flair back into the ring. Boom.
Brings it back in. Flair in trouble. This way.
1, 2.
Ow!
Flair kicks out.
Flair less than a second away from losing it all. But he still didn't get the 3 count, did he?
Reed now back to wrestling that power match. Just as this contest started. And now Reed taking a big chance here on the second turnbuckle. Nobody-
Reed misses a top rope elbow. Or middle rope elbow.
But is Flair physically able to capitalize on this one?
He can go for it with instinct. You're talking about a guy that has learned throughout the years when your opponent is hurt, capitalize on it no matter how hurt you are. Go for the kill.
A rematch at Starrcade, exclusively on pay-per-view, hangs in the balance here.
Clothesline on Flair. Why is this match still going? God damn it. Why? 1, 2. Oh my God.
Reed now climbs on top.
I don't know why Reed is
Oh God.
go for the pin.
I could really go for a Sting Vader match right now.
But he's punishing the former world's champion with a vengeance.
They got some tag matches. Like Sting and Vader have some tag matches on the Clash. We'll be getting those.
Right above the eye with those right hands.
And I'll be marking out like a bitch, most likely. Chops by Rick. Punches by Butch Reed. Is Flair going to face flop again?
By Reed.
No? Okay.
And Flair again.
Yeah, but notice by instinct, Flair turns over on his belly. He doesn't want his shoulders on the mat.
Reed
Gorilla press slam on Flair.
That's gonna be it right now. How much more can any human being withstand? The gorilla slam.
Honestly, I think this match is worse than the JYD match. The JYD match is the one that has the bad reputation. Oh my God, they put Reed's foot on the rope. Oh, fuck me. The JYD match was at least quick and to the point. This is just an exercise in testing my patience.
He's elevated.
Backdrop.
Flair really been battered and hammered by Reed thus far.
Gorilla press. Down he goes. Come on. Fucking wrap this up, please.
A lateral press. One, two, and the shoulder up.
And Anderson pulled the referee out of the ring. Disqualification. End the match. I don't care anymore.
Reed's going up top.
Good Lord almighty.
Now he won the World Tag Team title.
Butch Reed going up top. Shoulder tackle.
Flair is hurt.
Looks like his heart.
The referee's a 10 long.
1, 2, 3. No referee in sight.
That can win the match right here.
A tactical error, perhaps by Theodore Long, that has given Flair time to recuperate.
Okay. Back body drop. And Butch Reed gets back body dropped into the referee and Teddy Long.
Patrick, and on Teddy Long.
They're all out.
Simmons, Ron Simmons just nailed Flair with a clothesline. Reed's gonna pin him here, but no referee in sight.
Here comes the line.
Now Arn Anderson with a steel chair.
Anderson with a chair in the back of the head.
Odds are even. Ric Flair, thank God. Please tell me that's the finish. 1, 2. Thank you, it's over. Jesus. Good God almighty. So how'd you all like that match? Did you all like that match more than I did?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about out of time. Don't forget Starrcade 90. The next great pay-per-view in wrestling is December the 16th. Live from the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis. Fans,
Sorry, I'm just catching up on the comments here. I actually missed all these. Your apartment is to mice and rats what Australia is to every human being, just death everywhere. Yeah, it will be if I have my way. Ric Flair is overrated. I remember you once said he was the wrestling equivalent of the Godfather. He is. I'm not saying Ric Flair's not great. I'm not saying that. What I always said, though, was this idea that everything that Ric Flair does is amazing, and he has amazing matches with everybody, and he's the #1 greatest of all time, and you can't argue it. And I'm like, really? I can't argue it? He's unquestionably the greatest of all time? I question that. Because he's not my favorite promo. He's not my favorite worker. He's not my favorite character. So how is he the #1 greatest of all time if he's not even the greatest at, like, singular areas, you know? And it's kind of the same way with The Godfather, where people say it's like, oh, it's unquestionably the greatest movie ever made. I'm like, really? Because even as far as mob movies go, I like Goodfellas more. I like, you want to talk greatest movies of all time? My #1 favorite of all time is Rocky. I mean, I would put that above The Godfather 100 times out of 100. Without question. But, yeah, so that wraps up the Clash of Champions #13. That show was absolutely terrible. And I will never watch that again. That was awful. Really bad. But hopefully that's as bad as it gets. Fingers crossed. All right, we're going to take a small break, guys, before we head into the first Saturday night's main event of 1988. Let me just get it caught up on these comments. Maybe when you're done with the live stream, we should just watch a Sting Vader match. I might do that. The least valuable player of the show was the crooked logo. Yes, it was. Absolutely. Didn't think it was that bad, just a bad show. Well, you're nicer than I am. Do you want to see a funny tweet from Beth Phoenix? Sure. Rocky is my favorite movie as well. Yep. Great minds think alike. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm going to make myself some popcorn, and then we will be back and we will watch Saturday night's main event. So don't go away. I'm going to be back in a few. I'm back. Hi there. How's everybody doing? Okay. Let me just let everybody know that we're going to be watching Saturday night's main event, and we can go ahead and get started. Yeah. I'd share my popcorn with you guys, but yeah, I can't do that. Okay, we all ready to watch? You were playing the intermission music during on your phone during the break? Oh, I should start doing that, actually. Hopefully this will be a better show. I think it will be. Okay. So if you're following along with me on the WWE Network, you're going to want to go to Vault, then go to Saturday night's main event, and we're going to go to 1988, and it'll be January 88 it'll be the show. Give you guys a couple minutes to get caught up. After this episode, will we watch the first main event again? Nah, probably not. No, because I've got other stuff I got to take care of right after this. But yeah, if you want to, you want to see the first main event, just go back and watch my first stream, or the stream I did WrestleMania weekend where I watched all the main event episodes. But this is the show that leads into that, where Andre gets his hands on Hulk Hogan and really sets up that rematch. Celtic Bird, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What do you think of the Peyton Manning HGH allegations? Weren't those confirmed to be false? I don't know. Or have they flared up again? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it recently. I thought that the whole thing was resolved. I'll say this, though. Like, his head kind of looks like, because Peyton has a weirdly shaped head. He kind of looks like he was on something, but yeah, that's not definitive proof at all. It's just, he might just have a weird looking head. Who knows? Okay, so, all right, WWE Network, Saturday night's main event, 1988. Which show came first, this show or the 88 Rumble? This show came first. What show are you currently watching? We're getting ready to watch Saturday night's main event, number 14. Is Odell on something? Odell's on a lot of things. When he should be on, like, psychiatric meds. But anyway, Saturday night's main event. Saturday, January 2nd, 1988. Hulk Hogan defends the WWF Championship against WWE Championship, Hulk Hogan defends the WWE Championship against King Kong Bundy. Greg the Hammer Valentine battles Coco Beware. Oh, wow, guys. That's a highlight match. Greg Valentine versus Coco Beware. Jake the Snake Roberts, and more. Okay. All right, so if you're following along with me on the network, we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Jake Roberts promo.
A new year for me, a new year for Damien. Like to snakes forever eternal. Well, Mr. Fuji and Sika, we would like to invite you to a New Year's party, especially for you, where I plan on changing your futures with Damien and the DDT.
Hey, Greg, what do you get when you combine Coco Beware and his bird Frankie?
I don't know.
Hey, one bird and one bird brain.
Nice one, Jimmy.
I'm gonna scrabble with the hammer.
Gotta say, okay, Jake Roberts' logo, Greg Valentine's logo, and Strike Force's logo look awesome. Even the Bolsheviks, like their logo looks pretty cool. Oh man, these logos all look awesome.
But to all our fans, here's wishing you a happy new year from the Bolsheviks and Mr. Snake Peace Brothers.
You humanoids better take notes, because I'm only gonna say this.
I want Jake Roberts to read my children their bedtime stories.
To leave the arena. Well, that's not gonna happen.
Wonder what would have happened if King Kong Bundy won the title. I don't know. Like, would the Hogan Andre rematch have even happened? I mean, because if Bundy wins the title, Bundy.
That makes me sick just hearing the word. Cheap shot, cheap victory. You're not for real, King Kong Bundy. I can tell you one thing, man. The prayers of
Now, if you remember last week's stream, Saturday night's main event, Hogan defended the title against Bundy, and Bundy won by countout. So this is the follow-up to that, where Bundy gets a rematch. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was Bundy's last match with the company. And I should correct that. By last match with the company, I mean his last match during this run. Obviously, he came back during the 90s and had another run. Had that Matt Classic with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 11. Oh, this show is in Landover, Maryland. Right in my neck of the woods. I like Greg Valentine, too. I think he was a good, like, very solid hand. Happy, yeah, this show was aired. This show aired the day after New Year's, so. That's animal abuse. Jesse Ventura, a former governor, advocates for animal abuse. Hulk Hogan's doing Hindu squats for some reason.
What do you mean, Happy New Year, little man? Right now I'm in shape to crawl from the hottest desert, to swim the deepest sea, to climb the highest mountain. And the only way it would be a Happy New Year is if I was to destroy Bundamania and get my hands on that big, nasty, stinking giant.
All right, he is ready. That's the
And that's why Hulk Hogan's cooler than... That's why Hulk Hogan's cooler than Cena. He's like, fuck you and your Happy New Year. I want to, like, beat people and get my hands on people. God, those logos look so sweet. Got the Doctor of Style slicked. Always a good thing.
Slick, you've got to be impressed with Rick Martel and Tito Sandcamp.
Impressed? Did you say impressed? We are not impressed. We are depressed. That's right. At these little
I'm now picturing you as a small child at this show. Well, I would have been, like, I wasn't even 3 years old yet, so I would have been super, super young. You didn't like Cena dropping poop on people to wish them a Merry Christmas? No, I didn't. I did not care for that segment.
Good citizenship. I don't know about that, Slick, but let's talk about strategy. Our guy's big shot at the world title.
But you know, as you may have heard last month, that's it, right here in Washington, D.C. My main man, Gordon, that's Mikhail Gorbachev. You to discuss strategy with us.
Again, Slick, I've got a question now. If I recall, Gorbachev was here to visit the...
I'm going to take a wild shot and say that that thing that Slick said didn't happen. Shot in the dark.
That much time for running, but he flew here just to see the Slickster and the ambassadors of goodwill, the Bolsheviks. Let's go, comrade.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. The Bolsheviks, along with their manager, Dr. Style Slick. I'm not into geopolitics, but I cannot believe for a moment that the Bolsheviks are peace-loving, and Strikeforce should never forget that. Let's go back to you, guys.
And here comes the Slicksters, ambassadors of goodwill.
Saturday night's main event must be almost over because I had to go to the store to drink. No, it's actually just getting started. We're starting the first match right now. Yeah, no John Sopro. Yeah, he didn't use it when he came out with the Bolsheviks.
Well, I think he called him Gordy, didn't he? I mean, he doesn't even know how to pronounce the man's name. What are you talking about?
Well, let me say something else here, Big Man. You know, me and Jim shouldn't be so not behind these guys. You shave his mustache off, he looks just like the late Nikita Khrushchev.
You have a point there. You know right now how you done it. All of you know in your feet. But since you don't know it, I gotta tell you, I want all you done to stand up and show the respect for our punk man broke our feet. The Russian
There are a lot of dummies.
This I would prefer not to hear. Oh, please, I hope this is the short version, not the long version.
I just feel bad that Zukov must down the mic. He's singing too.
Did I do that?
Definitely.
I'm going right now to wait. Strikeforce, the opponents of the Bolsheviks, won the tag team championship. Let's take you back now to November of last year. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Double T, 2 men in the ring, 1 illegal. There goes Martel.
You ever heard of look at that. The first time we saw that maneuver, the Boston Crab, Rick Martel.
Okay, we just saw Strikeforce win the tag titles from the Hart Foundation. They're going to be defending the titles right here against the Bolsheviks. When does Demolition come in? Well, they're already there. They were on the they were a part of the Battle Royal right before WrestleMania 3. They're going to start playing a bigger role on these shows, the Saturday night's main events. Maybe even as soon as like the 16th or 17th one, because they win the tag titles at WrestleMania 4. So, yeah, they're going to start playing a bigger role. What happened to managers? I like Paul Ellering and those with those. I really like Paul Ellering with those 2 big Samoan dudes, but when they got to Raw, they immediately took him away. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it either. The Authors of Pain, Paul Ellering added so much to that look, and then they took him away like immediately. Let's just hope Demolition's theme isn't replaced with generic stock music like in the WrestleMania DVDs. God, I can only hope. Strikeforce has their theme.
You know, I just noticed something. There's one severe thing.
It was an Ellering choice, not a WWE choice. Okay. I guess Ellering just doesn't want to go on the road, but it's still weird to me that they went to the trouble of having him debut on Raw with them, and then they just got rid of him.
tackle Zukov in there right now. Put Santana, shoulder block. Stick by Santana. Well, nice move by Santana.
Definitely. Definitely Strike Force is going to have to use speed. They're not going to be able to match up strength with two big Bolsheviks.
I don't even think they'll try. Santana. With a series of lightning like quick maneuvers out of the arm bar. Nicely done.
And if Strike Force is smart, they'll keep the action in their corner and they'll tag it out there. Right there, that's what they definitely need to do.
Put him in the double team. Coming off. Will they go downstairs on Bigger? Boris Zukov. Look at the size of that man's head.
Personally, I feel the longer this match goes, and being that it's 2 out of 3 balls, that could well be in the Bolsheviks' favor. Because Strike Force may slow down as the match goes on.
Well, there's another tag. Frequent tags here by the Strike.
That's another thing. Like Saturday Night's Main Event, they love to do 2 out of 3 falls tag matches on these shows. These older ones especially.
This is the guy they don't want to get in that ring because Volkov is even bigger than Zukov.
Roll up. 1, 2. Roll up. 2. No.
Well, once again, Zukov tagged in. Works to the midsection of Martel. Hammering away now. Zukov into the back of Martel. Trying to set him up. No, what a good move. In front of the buckle, maybe on the face of Boris Zukov. Maybe to help his foot out a little bit.
Insinuating he's not a handsome guy.
That's what that is.
Missed it. Flying forearm. Yep. Tito. 1, 2. No. Ooh. Sorry if you're getting annoyed with me wiping my face with a napkin, but popcorn's messy. So, Taker versus Foley, Hell in a Cell turns 20 this month. Do you remember watching that match live? I did not watch that match live. I didn't watch the pay-per-view that night. But I'd heard all this buzz about, like, dude, Foley almost died in this match. So I immediately got a tape of it, and I was just like, what the fuck are they doing with each other? This is ridiculous. I hate how both Authors of Pain and Sanity have done nothing since their debut on the main roster. Well, it's what they do. Isn't it great when a show doesn't start with Jack Tunney talking for 20 minutes? Yeah, I know, right? It's great. The wrestlers are the stars of the show, not the authority figures. That's the difference between back then and now. The only exception is Lucha Underground, where like the wrestlers are allowed to look like stars, but Dario Cueto's awesome too. So I legitimately do watch the show for Dario Cueto. But come on, Santana, get the tag. He got it. You were there live for the Hell in a Cell. What was that like? Yeah, Vince told Foley never do anything like that again, and then he kind of like and Volkov. Oh, Zukov submits to the Boston Crab. So first fall goes to Strike Force. Yeah, Vince told Foley never do anything like that again, and then in the I Quit match, he took like 47 chair shots to the head. Second fall. Here we go. Drop kick. Volkov goes out of the ring. Strike Force. Double drop kick. Zukov down. Body slam by Martel. And Boston Crab. Here we go. No, Volkov broke it up.
be. It's like it go on. Two and whoa, I'm inside two left by Volkov. Volkov and Martel. This is the second fall. We may go to three. These big, powerful Russians in control at the moment. Here's another cover. Well, Santana coming in front of us. I suppose so. I'll tell you, Volkov's got the right idea now, though. He needs to do power moves like this.
I still think DIY versus Revival is my favorite 2 out of 3 Falls tag match. It's an excellent match. Although, in the future edition of Clash of Champions, we do get Horsemen versus Hollywood Blondes in a 2 out of 3 Falls, which I remember that being amazing too. So I can't wait to watch that again. The fact that those two put on a passable match when Foley almost died and Taker having a broken ankle is crazy. Yeah, it's one of the most insane matches ever. I felt bad that Austin and Foley had to, that Austin and Kane had to follow that match. Yeah, how do you follow like a match where someone almost died? Like, Strike Force can't get to the corner. Yeah, that match also features one of my favorite crowd reactions ever where Foley gets thrown off the cage and the crowd, it's almost like they were going down on a roller coaster. Like the first fall on a roller coaster, they were like, "Ah!" Like when he fell, they went from like completely silent to "Whoa!" all at once. It was a very interesting crowd reaction. Do you think that Reigns versus Taker is worse than Taker versus Bossman? Oh God. I think Taker Bossman's probably worse, but that idiot, those heels are morons. Fuck the heels. I'm Vince McMahon, damn it, and I love all the baby faces. Drop kick. Another drop kick. Tito's just handing out drop kicks like crazy. Flying forearm. Missed with the cane. Boris gets hit. 1, 2, 3. Strike Force wins 2 straight falls. That was a surprisingly solid match. I didn't expect much out of that, but it was a surprisingly solid one. Strike Force successfully retains the tag titles.
Devastating moves in all of professional wrestling, the DDT, to meet the savage Sika managed by...
Okay, we've got Mr. Fuji holding a jar of mustard and a giant submarine sandwich. Oh, that's for the snake. They're going to make a snake sandwich.
What do you mean, this is dinner for Damien? Oh.
It feels weird now not starting one of these shows with Hogan, right? I'm so used to Hogan being the first thing on the show. What noise did I make? What noise are you talking about, Dragon Rider? Yeah, I could go for a snake sub from Subway. How to follow that? How to follow the Hell in a Cell between Taker and Foley? Change the outcome. Kane loses, and then he sets himself on fire because that was the stip. That would have been a hell of a way to close a pay-per-view. We're gonna set a human being on fire. Sika getting another highlight match on Saturday night's main event. He had a pretty good match with Hogan a couple shows ago. Quake Burger. By the way, when I was a kid, Damien was by far my favorite animal mascot. I love Damien so much.
The most awesome older professional wrestling today. So what I'm telling you is this, Sika. If you think I'm going to walk up to you and slap you in the face and say, take your best shot.
Oh, yeah, Attitude Era. And that's, unfortunately, that's kind of like why you got situations like Foley almost killing himself and Owen Hart actually dying live on pay-per-view, is that they were just like, we got to go bigger. We got to go crazy. Yeah, but they kept, I'm sorry, I'm listening to the Jake promo. I love Jake's promos. Jake didn't need the world title. No, he didn't. I often wonder, like, if he didn't have his personal demons, he might have been the champion at some point, but he's so great. Like, yeah, he didn't need the belt.
Against the mighty Sika, and we're going to have this matchup when we return. Plus, later on, ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan defending the championship against King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant, right?
Yeah, Jake Roberts reading audio horror books. I actually have the Clive. Let me go pull it up real quick. I have the Clive Barker collection, so it's like I could imagine Jake like reading those as an audiobook. Arm drag by Jake. Another arm drag by Jake. I've never seen Jake do arm drags. That's new. 92 would have been a perfect time. Yeah, when he was like at his best as a heel. Yeah. Jake ducking punches. Sika. Doesn't look like he's in the same class as the Snake. Ducks a clothesline. Jake. Oh, misses a shot. And he tells Sika to kiss his ass. That. What are those books about? They're basically horror stories written by Clive Barker. They're just a bunch of horror stories. I haven't read them all yet. I definitely want to finish reading those because Clive Barker's a heck of a horror writer. Jake jumps up and boom! Nice shot to the face of Sika. Oh, and a back body drop by Sika. The tide has turned. Now he's scratching Jake. Oh, Fuji gets a shot in. Yeah, if they continued the Savage Jake feud after WrestleMania 8, yeah, they could have done something. He's got nerve hold on Jake.
He's salivating. I think he's getting hungry. He's thinking about Damien. Look at that slobber. Look at that. You really think he's thinking about Damien? Kind of get you the old gut going right there. Get your appetite at all? Kind of like Oakland. I'm getting indigestion watching this thing. Don't belch.
All right, Sika picks Jake back up. Irish whip. Oh, knee lift by Jake. All right, Jake's getting the shots in. And Sika won't go down. Fuji grabs the leg. That should have been a DQ. I agree with Vince. Roll up by 2. Jake wins with a roll up. Okay. I kind of would like to have seen a DDT there, but okay. Oh, and he drops Sika over the top rope. Oh, we're gonna get a DDT. Here we go. DDT's Mr. Fuji. Look at the way Fuji is selling that. He looks like he's dry humping the canvas. Oh, Damien time. There you go. Yep. So Sika suffers another loss on Saturday night's main event. But yeah, his son's gonna be a real big star someday, whether we like it or not. Is Survivor Series 91 your favorite one? No, it's not. That show's terrible.
If I can have your attention, gentlemen, please. Bobby Heenan, gentlemen, please. Are we to understand tonight, Bobby Heenan, that you will not be in the corner of King Kong Bundy, but instead Andre the Giant will officially be in his corner? Well, you finally got something right, P-Brain. That's correct. See, because of doctor's orders, I can't be at ringside. But this man, Andre the Giant, will be at ringside, and he'll be in the corner of King Kong Bundy. And then what is Hogan going to face? The only 2 men that have defeated him. Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3, and King Kong Bundy on the last main event. Hogan's a fraud. Hulkamania's dead. Bundy. All right, now wait a minute, gentlemen. Are we to understand, Bobby Heenan, that doctor's orders are keeping you from being in the corner of King Kong Bundy? Even if it's something else, maybe something called fear. Fear? Well, no. You know something? Hogan grabbed you by the neck and threw him across the ring. But he's not going to do that to me, and he's never going to do that to Andre the Giant. Or ever do it to anyone. Never.
My favorite Survivor Series will always be the first or second one because of those huge 20-man tags. Those were cool. Like the tag team ones, those were cool matches.
I don't know. I really don't know. Let's go back to you.
But now it's like they can't even do the 10-man ones right for the most part, so it's like, why even care? It's all justified to beat up somebody smaller than you, Jesse. Come on. What? Here we go, the championship matchup. Hulk Hogan taking on King Kong Bundy in a rematch from the previous Saturday night's main event, where King Kong Bundy won the match by countout.
Take a look at the size of the man walking behind Bundy. Bundy in his own right gargantuan. But take a look at that. Now you just visualize if Andre the Giant happens to get a hold of Hulk Hogan's ankle tonight. You'll be a little different.
Do you always wear those glasses or just to read? I always wear them. You know, I technically only need them for when I read and when I drive, but it's just, it keeps me in the habit of doing that if I'm wearing them all the time. So it's funny. I actually just saw the eye doctor yesterday. I'm getting my prescription changed and I'm getting new glasses. Those will be here June 15th. So starting June 15th, you're going to be seeing new specs in the videos.
Some of my Hulkamaniacs think I might get some again. But believe me, Ronald Reagan called his son a meeting of the superpower, man. The superpower of Hulkamania and Reagan together, brother. And when he came to me, it wasn't for foul plans. It was to prove he was a Hulkamaniac. I made him roll up his white collar sleeve. I saw the lower head blow out the socket of his try. I said, Ronald Reagan, you're a full-fledged Hulkamaniac with a prayers and
Ronald Reagan is a full-fledged Hulkamaniac. I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Right here in the nation's capital to wipe out Bundy forever and then squeeze my way through the ropes and get my hands on that big, nasty giant.
Oh, my word, the 24-gun salute.
Now, the post-match to this contest is probably more interesting than the match itself. But we'll get there when we get there. Sergeant Slaughter once told a story about him meeting President Reagan. I'm not surprised. I mean, Slaughter was like an icon of the U.S. military back in the 80s, so...
Never before has the Hulkster faced these what appear to be insurmountable odds. Look at the giant looking at Hulk.
Andre's like, fuck you, Hogan.
Just as I said, he's not concentrated on Bundy. The giant has really no doubt about it.
This is going to be one of the greatest world-busting
Was Sergeant Slaughter ever on G.I. Joe? Yes, absolutely. He was the best part of G.I. Joe the movie. Go check it out. It's great.
Now, here we go with the matchup. Hulk Hogan in the return matchup against King Kong Bundy. Look at the size of these two athletes.
Yeah, look at them pushing. They're going for strength.
Collar and elbow tie up, and Hogan shoves off Bundy. Bundy misses. And Hogan rams Bundy into a corner. Rams him into another one. And another one. Chops. Irish whip. Big boot, and Bundy goes out of the ring. Hogan is in firm control. Surprised they didn't do Sergeant Slaughter versus Cobra Commander at WrestleMania. I'd have paid to see that.
See, this could be the difference in the match right here, McMahon. Having support in the size of 7'5", 500-pound Andre the Giant outside the ring.
Yes, it's a tremendous psychological advantage on the part of Bundy. The Hulkster, circling now, walking back up the big King Kong. Look at this. Series of elbow. Hulkster trying to...
Hogan's still in firm control. And a clothesline. Bundy goes down. Axe bomber. Okay. They tie up again. This is the shots in. Hogan gets a shot in. Hogan with another shot, and Bundy goes down. Hogan tried to Irish whip him, but Bundy went down before he could do that. Now Hogan's going for an arm wringer. Hogan, it's been all Hogan in this match. Bundy's going to break the arm wringer and reverses it. Now Hogan's in it. Takes Hogan down. Oh, he's pulling the hair to keep him on the mat. Have you seen the rumors that Seth Rollins will dethrone Lesnar at SummerSlam? I've heard that that match has been rumored. I don't know if Seth is the one to beat him. He would probably be my pick at this point because Rollins is over like Rover right now and is the best thing in WWE at this point. At least main roster WWE. Hogan, he breaks out of the hold. Shoulder block on Bundy. He won't go down. Shoulder block. He won't go down. Bundy ducks the clothesline. Oh, big elbow in Hogan's face. Hashtag better than Roman. Hey, you know what's better than Roman? Thundercats roar. Hashtag better than Roman. You know what's better than Roman Reigns? Godzilla 1988, the TriStar movie. Or 1998, sorry. Hashtag better than Roman. You know what's better than Roman? Batman and Robin. Hashtag better than Roman. I kid, of course.
And you think that's a piece of art, right? Well, I suppose if you're in charge, you want Andre and
Roman turns heel by joining with the Authors of Pain. That would work. That would actually not be a bad idea. Thunder in Paradise. Well, you know. All right, Bundy still got that arm bar on Hogan.
He's slapping his hand trying to get the circulation back in. One of the pythons is slowly being disabled.
Hogan, is he going to break out? Yes, he gets a shot in. There's another shot. And the hold is broken. Body slam. He got him up. Elbow drop, but misses. I still don't get why Godzilla 1998 is $15 on the PlayStation Network shop. Yeah, that's about $14 more than it's worth. Elbow drop, misses. Bundy goes for it again, misses. Hogan rolls out of the way. Oh, big clothesline in the corner. Reversal by Bundy. Oh, the referee ducked. Avalanche sandwiches the referee. It's like, wow, I was just going to praise the referee. He friggin' ducked when someone got thrown into him. Big splash, but Hogan rolls out of the way. Ref's down. Hogan's chopping away at Bundy. Elbow to the face. Hogan. We've got Dave Hebner in there. The list of Godzilla movies on the store feels really incomplete. Well, the thing about the Godzilla series is that the movies are in the rights of different distributors. So, yeah, they're actually sending medical attention out there to help the referee. That never happens now. Oh, they got a stretcher for the ref. It's almost like they care about the referee's well-being or something. But yeah, with the Godzilla movies, like the movies are covered by different distributors, so you're never going to see like all 30 some odd Godzilla movies provided by one service because so many different people have the rights to them that. Like, I think Godzilla versus Megalon in the States is in the public domain, so anybody can release it on DVD or on a streaming service if they want to, without fear of repercussions. Okay, match is restarting. We've got Hebner as the ref now. Not restarting. We're just back from break. And remember the Mania 17 ref bump during Taker Triple H? Yeah, where he was unconscious for like half an hour and nobody went out there to go check on him. Clothesline by Bundy. Hogan's down. Oh, big knee drop by Bundy. 2. Hogan kicks out. It's Hogan versus, or I'm sorry, Godzilla versus Megalon is on the store for $3. That sounds like a fair deal. It's about how much that movie's worth. It's about how much it costs to make the movie too. Oh, Hogan gets knocked out of the ring again. Why does Andre want to count out? Doesn't he? Oh, no. Well, Andre wants him to get counted out because he wants to beat Hogan for the title. But Bundy doesn't want him to get counted out because he wants to win the belt. Okay, here we go. Irish whip. Big shoulder tackle by Bundy.
You notice all the Hulkamaniacs seem very quiet right now, McMahon. I don't see Hulkamania running wild. What I see is Bundy Mania running wild.
Hogan kicks out again.
Definitely, it's a smart move on Bundy. He's wearing down champion Hulk Hogan here. He's got that reverse chin lock on. Got his neck pinned back against his knee, and I don't see any way for Hogan to get out of this.
Andre to try. Look at his smile on Andre's face. He's looking good.
You know, Hogan can grab for all the air he wants. Air is not his hand to his feet.
What's Andre saying? Andre doesn't ring the bell.
Andre said Hogan quit. Andre said
Oh.
Hogan, I didn't hear it.
Bundy released the hold into the corner and avalanche. Hogan gets squashed. New champion. I'm sure Hogan's not going to Hulk up or something. Yeah, to compare it to the Clash of Champions, this match is way better than the Butch Reed Ric Flair match that main evented Clash of Champions. Like, significantly better. Avalanche! Hogan goes down again. Big splash, he hits it. 1, 2, no! Hogan hulks up, I'm shocked. So, like, Jesse, you're grasping at straws there, buddy. All right, into the corner, Hogan. Leg drop, boom. 1, 2, 3, Hogan gets it. That was a good match. But really, like I said, the real highlight is after the match. One of those great Saturday Night's Main Event moments. Hogan wins, and Andre steps up on the apron.
Who is he talking to, big man? Andre the Giant took a little step between the ropes. We might see another.
Oh, Andre's like, fuck you, I'm out of here.
No, Andre. What a smart guy, you know why? Money. This match ain't signed. There's been no determination of money. He's not going to do it for free. Andre the Giant.
Oh, Andre sneaks back into the ring. Oh, and he grabs Hogan by the back of the head, or by the hair. Headbutt. And he's choking Hogan. That is a great shot. Like, Andre, like, looming over Hogan and choking him from behind. That just looks great. I think you can cut the music, guys. Real American's still playing while Hogan's getting choked out. The British Bulldogs are trying to pull Andre off of Hogan. Oh, they can't pull him off of Hogan. The Bulldog, and now Andre just grabs the Bulldogs. Meeting of the minds. Out you go. That's how you book a monster, guys. That's how you book a monster. I've heard that rumor with Lesnar that they have him holding the belt just to break Punk's record, which, sure. Here comes Jake Roberts, JYD, Tito Santana, Strike Force, and they're all trying to pull Andre off of Hogan, and they can't. I'd rather play Need for Speed than a lousy Clash. Oh, man. Now, here's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Here's the famous moment. He smacks Andre with the 2x4. Cracks him over the back, and Andre just no-sells it. The babyfaces finally get Hogan out of the ring. You don't book a monster by having Cena FU him twice a month? No, you don't. That's not how you book a monster. Andre literally just, like, stood up to, like, half the babyface roster and looks like an unstoppable friggin' giant. Oh, man. He's got the belt and everything. It looks great. That's how you book a monster. That monster heel, man. That's how you do it. Broke the 2x4, too. Andre's a great shit heel, too. Or just like the way he taunts the crowd and the fuck you look on his face looks great. So that was good. That was really good. Now we got our main event, our final match, Greg Valentine versus Coco Beware. I'll get it. Fill my water bottle up real quick.
No, the little short one. He's around here somewhere. But you know, now that I'm a big movie star, I can do just about anything I want around here. And I want to wish you two the best of luck in your match tonight against Coco Beware and that foul like his Frankie.
You know, you always have a way with words, buddy.
Now, Greg, with the new year comes changes. And I, as a journalist, have to keep on top of these changes. And I have to ask you, how's your relationship so far with the mouth of the South? You know something, things couldn't be better.
I hate when people go with the two different titles argument with Punk and Lesnar, but didn't with Demolition and New Day. I mean, yeah, it is two separate titles. It's two separate lineages. I mean, you can say that New Day, they're the longest reigning tag team champions in company history as far as, like, holding a tag title. And with the Punk and Lesnar thing, it's like the longest reigning, like, world champions since the Universal and World and WWE titles are recognized as world titles. That would make Lesnar the longest reigning world champion, even though it's a separate title, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. There's Frankie. That's a pretty bird, too. Like, Frankie, like...
You see, I've been around Mr. Barber, and he's been telling me, brother, he's been teaching me how to clip the wing, brother, and that's just what might happen tonight.
Whoa, they are something else. Frankie, and of course, Coco Beware, they're on the way. Back to you, Vince.
Coco Beware making his entrance into the square circle here moments from now. Yes, here he comes.
Here comes Coco.
Coco Beware. And Coco must be leery of the figure four leg lock because Greg the Hammer Valentine is the master of that particular hold. You, of course, Jesse, remember when Greg Valentine had that very hold on what Brutus the Barber Beefcake recently.
That's right. If Beefcake wouldn't have had those big flippers, the Hammer would have probably smacked his leg like a twig. But you know, Coco Beware, he's a unique individual. Yes, he is. I mean, look at him. He looks just like Butch Reed, and yet he sings like the Kingfish. I mean, listen to him. Jesse. I'm not too sure.
Oh, look at Jesse being casually racist.
He does everything quite well. And if he wrestles tonight as well as he sings, then he will have a victory.
He looks like buckwheat. That's nice, Jesse. That's nice.
If he wrestles,
Nice and racist.
he's going to get squashed right in the middle of the ring.
Frankie, sitting on his perch, and Coco Beware preparing himself for a matchup against the Hammer. Valentine, managed, of course, by Jimmy Hart, and Jimmy Hart has really done wonders, I think, thus far, with Greg the Hammer Valentine. He managed to once before as well.
Definitely, you know, Greg the Hammer Valentine for the last couple of years has been mainly involved in tag team wrestling. Now Jimmy Hart is guiding his career. He's getting him back as a single competitor.
Alrighty. Greg Valentine and Coco Beware lock up. Oh!
Off the rope again, Valentine waiting for it. Punching out across the top rope.
Who clotheslined him on that top rope, and I'll tell you what, that'll pluck the feathers out of the first man real quick.
Greg the Hammer now. Off the rope and
Oh, the Hammer is hammering Coco Beware.
early 3 count on Coco. Come on, we're not going to have to listen to Jimmy.
Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, or Family Feud? I like Jeopardy more because I felt like I was learning something. That was always my favorite one as a kid.
With the megaphone, and of course, he was my way excited to be a terrific match. Then, if we could get you on.
Trying to get the figure four on Coco, but he kicks off.
That'd be a real matchup, you and Hart. There's Frankie with a ringside seat.
Oh, the youngest champion thing with Orton and Lesnar? Yeah, they totally did that with Orton just as a fuck you to Lesnar, but it's a different title, so it's technically doesn't undo the Lesnar thing, but yeah. Did you play the SNES Jeopardy game? Yes, I did. I remember playing it. I mean, it's like, I love, like, they keep doing, like, video game versions of, like, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, it's basically the same game every single time, though, isn't it? Like, is there really that much of a difference between, like, the Super Nintendo version and the N64 version?
You hear the mouth is asking Coco to do a couple verses of Pile Driver while he's got that reverse trip lock on him.
I'd like for Coco to take that megaphone and jam it right down Jimmy Hart's mouth.
Geez, you're a violent man.
Jesse Ventura just called Vince a violent man. That's great.
Coco back to his feet, maybe not for long, to the outside, one outside by Jimmy Hart.
You know, the big advantage Greg Valentine has here, I believe, is strength. He's going to overpower Coco Beware. And Coco needs those aerial tactics or he's never going to get off the ground.
Coco now on the apron, Valentine spins him around and
Ooh, what a slap. You don't have to name Hammer for nothing when you watch a forearm like that. He's going to do it again with an elbow.
Oh.
run into the upper sternum area. Coco Beware having his problems with Greg the Hammer Valentine. Valentine trying to set up the Birdman. Off the rope.
Oh, clothesline by Greg.
I'm surprised. Down here we get two. We get about 2.5.
I'll tell you, Coco's
When did you start getting sick of the evil boss thing in wrestling?
Wait a minute. Who's that?
what? Who's coming down here?
Bring you back to the ring. Greg the Hammer Valentine looking on you.
Brutus Beefcake,
Brutus the Barber.
his old tag team partner.
Now wait just a minute. Jimmy Hart is a legal manager. Jimmy
1, 2. Coco almost got a quick pin there. Roll up. 1, 2. Backslide. 1. No. Oh, sorry, to answer your question. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just getting caught up on my my comments here. Did you play the SNES Family Feud? No, I didn't. Never played that one. When did you start getting sick of the evil boss trope in wrestling? Probably around the early 2000s, where I was kind of like, okay, guys, seriously, we're past Austin McMahon. We need to get past this, okay? Brutus the fucking barber beefcake. Hashtag. Yep. Yeah, it's like if you didn't have like so much focus on the authority figure, would the fans even know how to like deal with that? But we're supposed to spend half the show talking about how the matches are made and with an evil guy trying to screw over the other guys. Okay, Barber gets sent to the back. Now, Barber's involvement in that match, what he just did there in this match, is going to set up a match between the two at the next Saturday night's main event, Saturday night's main event 15, right before WrestleMania 4. The problem with the evil boss trope is that they don't, like, before it was like Vince and, it was Vince wanting to maintain his corporate image of the WWE, and a guy like Austin just throws that out the window. So he wanted to keep control of his company and control the top guy, who was his top draw. So that made sense, and there was that obvious like clash of personalities there. But a lot of times it's just like, oh, I'm going to screw him over just because he's a babyface, even though it makes no sense. It's like, why the fuck does, like, I remember when Johnny Ace was trying to screw over Zack Ryder. I'm like, why? Why is he trying to screw over Zack Ryder? It doesn't make any sense. He's over. It's like, but he's like, no, he can't be my U.S. champion. And then he's butting heads with Cena. Why? Cena's the top guy. He's your corporate dude. See, now Daniel Bryan going up against the Authority, that made sense because it was like the image of the indie guy isn't good enough to be a main event guy, and they were trying to push that point home. So that made sense, but most of the time it just doesn't friggin' make sense. It's just, I'm a heel, so I have to screw over all the baby faces. All right, Coco, back in control. Oh, big. Up figure 4, here we go. Is he going to get it? Got it. Got it. Coco's going to quit. It's over. It's over. Yep. Yeah, Regal shows up just to make announcements, and that's it. Bischoff in 96. Yeah, Bischoff was great. He was really good in that role. Will Ted DiBiase defend the WWF title in that show? No, sadly, no. Oh, Valentine trying to break Coco's leg. Come on, where's Beefcake? Make the save. Yep, here we go. Beefcake Baba. Yeah, I just realized what a bad message Brutus Beefcake sends to kids. Hey, run with scissors. Hey, attack people with sharp objects. Coco's got Jimmy Hart. Beefcake chased Greg Valentine to the locker room. Uh-oh. Now Barber's back. They're going to cut some of Jimmy's hair. Yeah, I don't think those are real scissors because the hair's not coming off. Yeah, those are not real trimmers, clearly. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of JYD potentially being on these shows. I don't think he's on the next one either, so that might be. I think JYD probably has already had his last Saturday night's main event.
Hulk Hogan, and we're also going to talk with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Okay, we're almost done here. We're just going to get a quick update on Hogan Andre, and then that will wrap it up.
We'll take you back to an interview with Andre the Giant. But right now, Jesse, take a look at this footage we saw earlier on. From behind.
Yep, here we go.
And you can't blame Andre the Giant. This man has been waiting 9 months. He was robbed of the title in WrestleMania 3 last year. 9 long months he's waited to get his hands around the throat of Hulk Hogan. Well, he got his hands around the throat of Hulk Hogan tonight, no question of that. Let's take you back to Andre.
Andre the Giant, I've got to say quite candidly, your actions against the heavyweight champion of the world, totally on point. You're smiling, Bobby Heenan. Andre, I can't believe you.
You know, Ken.
What went wrong? They in TNA. Oh, God. Do I need to go down that road again?
Well, I'd have to do it again and again and again. And when I'm going to stop, that'd be the time when I get that belt won, by the way.
What is he
all the time I'm going to stop. Right?
talking about, Bobby Heenan?
What do you mean what he's talking about, dude? Don't be stupid. You know what he's talking about. Choking the heavyweight championship right away from Hulk Hogan. 1988 is going to be my year. It's going to be a new year for the Heenan family. It's going to be a new year for Andre the Giant. And there's going to be a new heavyweight champion of the world, Andre the Giant. Oh, I've got plans, Andre. I've got big plans. I'm going to make you more money than any wrestler in the history of wrestling, any athlete, any sport. And I'm that close from cinching the biggest deal in the history of sports. Like I said, a new year for me, a new year for him, and a new...
Cinching the biggest deal in the history of sports. Could that be a reference to a certain $1 million man?
You can squeeze it right away from Hogan.
Saturday night's main event.
Oh, now he's choking Gene Okerlund.
The word on Hulk Hogan's physical condition with that report. Now let's take you to Mean Gene and Jesse the Body.
All right, Jesse the Body Ventura, I see a big smile on your face.
I'll tell you, I loved it. Andre the Giant with his hands around the neck of the chump Hogan. You know the only bad thing about it? It was not a title match, because if it would have, the Giant would have choked him down, and right now would be champion of the world. But I don't have to tell you about getting choked out. He tightened your tie from the backside, and it's a good thing he didn't put no pressure on you.
Well, let me tell you one thing, Jesse the Body Ventura, in the adjacent locker room right behind us, Hulk Hogan, the champion, is recuperating from injuries sustained by those actions of Andre the Giant. I've consulted with the medical staff. They've told me at one point they thought that Hogan would require some supportive breathing device. Then later on, even the possibility of a tracheotomy. However, that's not necessary. Hogan is breathing on his own at this point in time.
Good.
He has sustained,
on his own.
he has sustained damage to the windpipe and perhaps a crushed larynx.
Well, he's breathing on his own, but at least one thing is good. I won't have to listen to that bragger anymore, because he won't be talking and he won't be posing, Mean Gene.
All right, Jesse Ventura, I thank you. Saturday night's main event returns
This will be the year of the Giant.
after this.
Gentlemen, sort of a rough way to start the new year off, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
That's my voice.
I think it's a great way to start the new year. I wish
Hogan was almost murdered on live TV. Isn't it great? Well, not live TV, but you know.
Along with Jesse the Body and Mean Gene saying so long and Happy New Year.
All right, and that concludes that. So, actually, Not a bad show. I mean, the Hogan Bundy match and the Andre beatdown on Hogan are the main reasons to check it out. Everything else surrounding it, like the tag title match was good. Jake getting a showcase against Sika was good and entertaining. And the weakest thing on the show was the Coco Beware Greg Valentine match. But yeah, overall, it was an enjoyable show with one major highlight that helped it stand out a little bit. Now, for next week's streams, we're going to be doing we're getting one last shot of Andre here before we fade to black. Okay. Now, for next week's streams, we've got Clash of Champions 14 and Saturday Night's Main Event 15, and those are going to be some interesting shows. All I'll say about Saturday Night's Main Event 15 is that it might be my favorite episode of Saturday Night's Main Event, so I can't wait to rewatch that and to get your guys' thoughts on it as well. One of my personal favorite episodes in the show's history, so might even be my number one. So really looking forward to that. And for Clash of Champions, the main event is Ric Flair versus Scott Steiner. So that should be interesting. Instantly better than what we got in this week's Clash. At least I hope so. Thank you everyone for watching. I had fun once again, but like I said, I'm going to have more lined up for you this week. Got to get caught up on all the videos I didn't get to do the last couple of days. So going to be doing some catch up. But like I said, the stream will be happening next week. Look for it Saturday or Sunday. Not sure when yet. We'll see how my week's looking. But y'all enjoy what's left of the weekend. Hopefully you all are doing well. Hopefully you all are still having fun with the streams. But that is all I have for you now. So peace out.